All right, let's get it.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jackpot on Twitter. Welcome to our Sixers versus Hornets watch party right now. It is our pregame show. Before we get started, though, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you smash that subscribe. We might be crossing 3,000 subscribers during this live stream, which is absolutely crazy. Joining us tonight is a guy who covers the Hornets. Make sure you follow him on Twitter at Jack Duffy SI. What's up, Jack?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Doing pretty well, man. Doing pretty well. We'll get to your preview and kind of summary of the Hornets in a little bit. Let's also introduce my man, Jason, who is on scene at the Sixers Stadium right now, getting ready for tip-off. Follow him on Twitter at JBlevins NBA. What's going on, Jason?
Hey, it's a good night, Saturday night, first of 2 games against Charlotte because it's early in the year, so obviously Charlotte has to be here like a dozen times. It's like a tradition every year.
Yeah. Awesome. And also joining us today, of course, as usual, my man Justin. Follow him on Twitter at J_Persichetti. What's going on, Justin?
What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm hoping for a good night and a good win from the Sixers tonight. How about you, Dibs?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Probably not as good as last game. But let's talk to my man Jack Duffy about the Charlotte Hornets. Jack, what have you seen so far, and what are some matchups Sixers fans should be watching tonight?
So, obviously this Hornets team is almost exactly the same as it was last, and you add in Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball. So those are 2 pretty high-volume guys you're adding to the team. But this year, James Borrego is increasing tempo and pace of the team, so they're playing very fast. So tonight, honestly, unless the Charlotte Hornets struggle with turnovers, there's going to be a pretty fast-paced game. So with Embiid, we'll see if his conditioning's doing pretty well at this moment. Tonight, they can move that ball fast. But yeah, at this current time, Terry Rozier had a great start to the year shooting the ball through four games. He's averaging 27 points per game, shooting the ball well from 3. But yeah, it's a very young, exciting Hornets team. They move fast. They fly around. So it'll be a very fun night for the Sixers and the Hornets.
Awesome. Let's go to Jason. Jason, what's your expectations for tonight with this matchup here?
You know, I think the Sixers have the size advantage for sure. They've also probably got the experience advantage. I think you look at the Charlotte backcourt, and they're pretty small guys generally. And LaMelo Ball, I think, can solve that in the long term. But so far, I don't think he's I'm not even sure he's a net positive. Jack, you can disagree. It'll be interesting to see. He's the guy I think that can, if he has a really good game tonight, I think Devontae Graham breaking out of his slump could be a difficult challenge. But I think the matchups are right for the Sixers against this team right now, especially up front. I think you just look at Joel Embiid against Bismack Biyombo, and that's a tough matchup. Biyombo's 6'8", 6'9". Tough matchup for Charlotte.
Sometimes, like, the history of the Sixers is struggling against perimeter scores. Could Terry Rozier, Devontae Graham present a problem for the Sixers tonight, Jack?
I definitely think they can. And kind of going back to what Jason said, it's completely opposite styles of basketball. The Hornets, since Cody Zeller broke his hand, they're only playing one center in Bismack Biyombo tonight. So when Biz is not in the game, you're going to see P.J. Washington and Miles Bridges at that center spot. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup tonight with Dwight in the game, or whatever Philly decides to do if they want to go small ball and match what the Hornets do. But I think tonight the Hornets are going to try and dictate pace and start out aggressive and push that ball, and Philly's kind of the opposite in a sense. So I do think that Philly has historically struggled with those perimeter guard playmakers. And, Kemba did he drop 60 on Philly a few years back, 2 years ago in 2018?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but Terry Rozier, he had 42 points in the first game of the season against Cleveland. So I think he's definitely been on a roll this year. He's finally comfortable with Charlotte. So I think tonight, Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier. Hopefully Devontae's out of his slump, but it's gonna be a very interesting matchup.
Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, something that I want to talk about quick is the pace, like Jack was saying. Um, Although in past years the Sixers' pace has been slower with them giving Joe the ball in the half court, the pace has picked up pretty large amount in the first few games of the season, at least. So I'm not as concerned about the Sixers keeping up with Charlotte's pace as maybe Jack thinks that the Sixers will be. And also, this team is complete. Both teams are completely different since Kemba was on the team, dropping 60 on the Sixers' head 2 years ago. We have got Sixers have guys like Danny Green, Ben Simmons, who has become an even more elite defender in 2 years since that last matchup. So I'm excited to see how Terry Rozier matches up against our new guards and Charlotte's as well, and see how Charlotte matches up big man against Joel. I think it's going to kind of be the opposite. I think Charlotte's going to end up having to go up against the Sixers game plan, and I think it's going to be a lot of bully ball in the paint, being that Charlotte doesn't have a lot of guys to match up against guys like Joel and Dwight.
Yeah, you look at Joel Embiid in his career versus the Charlotte Hornets, 8 games, over 26 per game, nearly 13 boards, 3 assists, 111 offensive rating, 99 defensive rating. The top storyline for the Sixers so far this season through 5 games is defense. They're the number 1 defensive rating team, number 1 defensive efficiency team in the NBA. You look across the board, they're number 1 in holding opponents' field goal percentage, number 1 in blocks, number 3 in points allowed. The Sixers defense has been stifling over late. I really can't wait to see that trend continue versus the Charlotte Hornets tonight. Let's get to some comments. Concern 3D says he wants to see more out of Danny Green. He gets the feeling that when he gets the ball, he will shoot the ball well, because at the moment it is cringeworthy. The offense is not clicking right now for Danny Green, but I've been impressed with his defense. Jason, what's your take on Danny Green, and how did the Sixers get him more involved on offense?
We have to remember he played in the finals. He didn't join the team until the 8th of December. It's way too early to tell anything about Danny Green. I feel like he's probably 2 weeks behind where everybody else was. So I don't think it's time to signal any alarm bells yet.
Yeah. Austin says, Jack, are you ignoring Austin Krell's text message? What's going on here?
I haven't seen anything from Austin. I haven't checked my phone. I'll be back in a second, buddy. Don't worry.
I don't know, Austin. Jack and I have been texting back and forth all day, so
I'm good at
know.
He
responding.
just doesn't like you, Krell. I just think he doesn't like you.
Keith Richmond says, waiting to see if Tobias can continue to progress. Tobias Harris, man, what a stretch this guy has had lately. Tobias Harris has been terrific since the opener. 124 offensive rating over the last 4 games, 96 defensive rating. In those 4 games, 11 of 20 from 3. And his usage rate is actually higher than Ben Simmons as of late. So getting Tobias Harris more involved has seemed to be a focus of Doc Rivers. Any comment, Jason, on Tobias Harris so far?
I think he's a beneficiary of a couple of things, but I think Doc has just given him the green light, and Doc has a way. I think his general approach is to be really simple with guys and make them comfortable, and you see it with guys like Tobias and with Mike Scott. They're thinking less. They're making quicker decisions. That's been a key. And, you know, I think that simplification of roles, I think, has really helped him.
Piggyback off of that, Mike Scott is out tonight. Who fills in, says Torrey Thompson. Jason, any take on that?
Well, I think Maxi's going to play more. He's earned more playing time. So I think they go a little bit smaller, and they can slide Ben Simmons up to the 4 in those lineups. So I don't think you have to do a 4-man for a 4-man, power forward for a power forward swap. And then Matisse Thybulle, obviously he's going to get more minutes with both Scott and Furk being out. He's the next man up in that sort of hierarchy.
All right. We have a comment. Says, who do you guys think will be player of the game? Let's go to Jack. Jack, who do you think is going to be player of the game in tonight's game?
First, I want to kind of comment on something that Jason was saying about not overreacting to Danny Green. I think any new additions, free agent additions to teams, and as well as rookies, I don't think you can judge their start of the season, especially it's only been, I know Hornets have played 5 games so far. Philly's played, I think, the same amount. So any 5-game stretch, whether that's the beginning of the year or at the end of the year, you can't really judge that and take it as face value, and especially at the beginning of this year without a full offseason training camp and all that. So I wouldn't be concerned about Danny Green, and then on the other hand, with like LaMelo Ball struggling to adjust as well. So I think definitely with that, no one should be concerned at all. 5-game sample sizes, it's dumb to overreact to that. But player of the game tonight, I think it's going to be Joel Embiid. I don't think Charlotte has an answer for a real post scorer like him. They struggled to defend Andre Drummond in Cleveland, and we know what Joel Embiid does to Andre Drummond every time they face each other. So it's going to be a really tough battle. And Biz is, I mean, he's a pretty strong guy, but he's only 6'8", and Embiid's bigger than most everyone in the league. So I think Embiid's going to have 30-15 tonight.
Let's go to Justin. Justin, who's your player of the game?
My player of the game is going to be kind of boring because it's likewise to other people here, but Joel probably just because Bismack, like what has already been said, Bismack just not big enough to stop him. If he can't stop Andre Drummond, I'll tell you right now, he definitely can't stop Joel Embiid. So I think it's going to be a pretty easy night for him to the point where we might end up having to bring in those reserves again in the fourth.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously Joel Embiid is going to be cooking. This guy leads the league in post-ups per game at 14. When Joel Embiid gets 15 or more posts, their winning percentage is absolutely crazy. And Joel Embiid's right in that like MVP range of 30 and 12. It's been terrific. What about you, Jason?
Yeah, I think Charlotte played last night, and that usually means that team's going to start off hot. They're going to play fast. They're going to play hot and loose. But I think the Sixers will reel them back in. So I think Embiid probably plays a full minute load tonight. I don't see a wire-to-wire blowout like the other night in Orlando. And if he plays, 34, 36 minutes, he's going to be a dominant force. There's just, unless, Rozier is able to really double hard and create problems like Bradley Beal did on opening night. It's just going to be tough to stop him.
Jack, what's your take on Gordon Hayward so far this season? What's going on with this guy?
Yeah, so I think kind of what I was touching on earlier is you have a new addition to the team, and with the offense is literally completely the same as it was last year, with Devontae and Terry having a pretty high workload, and then Miles Bridges has had increased workload because he's done great this year as a playmaker, off driving the lane and then just in general. But I think Gordon definitely, I talked to him last week, and he was saying he's still trying to figure out everyone's spots, where they like the ball, and just kind of fitting in the team, learning the offense. But you saw against the Nets, he single-handedly won that game for him. He scored or assisted on 37 of their 42 assists. So I think he's playing off and on. It's pretty inconsistent right now, but I think eventually he's going to probably average about 27.5 this year. So it's pretty solid, and he's not going to have as high of a workload because we're going to run like a Spurs-esque system where there's a lot of guys touching the ball on one possession. So.
All right, let's get into score predictions. Justin, what's your score prediction for tonight's game, man?
It kind of depends. So to me, it's if the offense is moving for the Sixers, then I will say probably about 115, 120 for them, probably 105 to 110 for Charlotte. I think it really depends if the Sixers offense is in rhythm as it was last game. Obviously, just because that's been
the game's happening.
Oh my God. Super loud. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
You're good. I was just really confused. No. I think it really depends if the Sixers offense gets in rhythm like they have been, and like they did last game. So we'll see what happens though.
What about you, Jason? What's your score prediction for tonight?
That's 112, 105. Let's do that. Sixers 112, 105.
All right.
I think that's my cue. I have to I think I've got to bounce. So thanks everyone who's watching. Really appreciate everything. Tell your friends. We're so close to 3,000, on the way to 10,000.
Let
Turn
me
on
check real quick if we
notifications.
passed it yet. Let me check real quick if we passed it.
Could not be more thankful to everyone. And Austin's going to take over for me at this point. I'm out.
God.
See you guys.
Now our ratings have just plummeted. Austin.
Now Duffy's in trouble. Now Jack's in trouble.
All right, Austin. What are your expectations tonight? And do you forgive Jack for not replying to your text message?
I do not forgive Jack. No. And my expectations, I have none. I am dead on the inside. Now, my expectations are a win, because there's no reason for you to lose to this team. But I would expect. I'm kind of expecting Ben to shoot. I don't know why, but I am.
Yeah. Are we going to see another Ben Simmons 3-pointer tonight? Quick yes or no, Justin.
No, just because the Charlotte doesn't have any bigs, and I think we're just going to be so focused on getting to the basket.
Yeah. What about you, Jack? Is Ben going to put up another three, another corner three?
Bro, I'll tell you this. Right now, you're the epitome of that Joker looking in the mirror meme. You're really talking yourself into back-to-back games of Ben shooting a three. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not. Definitely not going to happen. All right, what about Austin? You're thinking it's happening. I feel like you think it's going to happen.
I will save. I'll remember that remark for when it happens. I will probably
Austin.
texting. I will be texting Duffy to no avail, because he does not respond to those texts.
Did we get your score prediction? I forget.
No, we did not get his.
I did not smoke a bowl before I came in.
Jesus.
Contrary to popular belief, I did not. No, I was laying in bed before I came in here. So,
Jack, what's your score prediction for tonight's game?
Hornets on the back end of a back-to-back, so I think it's going to be – man, everyone's been around the same. I'm going to go 117-107 Philly.
Okay.
I know I did not smoke a bowl before this. Keith guy at the bottom of the comments. I do not smoke.
I will say 117-96.
All right. Awesome.
Woo!
Let's go. A lot of people are on the Joel Embiid train. Joel Embiid, EM says Joel Embiid goes for 35 and 15 against Barbecue Chicken, Bismack Biombo. Let's go. Marquise goes Seth Curry. Nasty Nizzle says 40 burger for Joel Embiid tonight. Concern 3D. I like this point, this comment. A lot of highlights tonight between Ben and LaMelo Ball. A lot of flashy passes for sure. Marquise says if Ben Simmons shoots, it'll be over real quick, and Magic 2.0. Yeah. So
something I want to talk about quick is the Tyrese Maxey LaMelo Ball. I want to talk about our rookies a little bit while we have Jack on here. What are you thinking of LaMelo right now, Jack?
So like I said earlier, it's definitely a big adjustment for him, and I think defensively he's actually better than advertised, because if you see him on help side defense at the rim, he's actually done a pretty good job of testing shots on the interior. He had a few against Kyrie Irving last week, but I think defense he's better than advertised. Obviously, he's got to grow into that frame. He's 6'8" and $180, so that's definitely he's got to add some pounds there. But offensively, I think he's already a top 10 passer in the NBA at this point. Just if you just look at some of the passes he makes, no one else. There's no more than 10 guys in the league that can make some of the passes that he has. That jump shot, definitely the form's going to have to get tweaked a little bit. But I think the biggest concern now is him getting to the rack and finishing inside, because right now he's getting there, but he obviously can't finish through contact at all. So I think eventually that's going to get there. But at this point, I think he's just going to really be a spot-up three-point shooter. And then Max, on the other hand, man, he's special. That fact that he dropped you guys in the low 20s is a miracle.
Yeah, I love the way this kid is just relentless at going downhill and getting into the paint. Austin, what's your take on Tyrese Maxey in general and for tonight's game?
Upon further review of the Magic game, one thing that I kind of saw was that he's really adapted to some things and really learned some things real quickly. Like first couple games, he was losing the ball off his foot under the basket, and if he sped the game up at all, he was kind of out of control. Last game, he really adapted. He was able to get downhill, put pressure on the rim, and then actually feed the pass out to the other side of the court, to the weak side. I thought that was a really good sign of his ability to progress at a rapid pace. For LaMelo, he comes and goes in spurts. Like the other night, he had I think it was 8 or 9 points in like a very short period of time, and then other games he'll struggle a little bit. It's about finding the consistency with him. But I think he projects to have a very long, highlight-filled career.
What about you, Justin? Any take on that?
Tyrese Maxey, I mean, something you saw that we haven't seen much in last game was his mid-range game. We got to see a little bit of him actually like jump shooting instead of floaters last game, and I was pretty pleased by seeing that. So I'm interested to see his development, but I haven't actually got to see LaMelo play in a live game, only highlights so far. So I'm excited to see him going up against the Sixers tonight.
All right, let's get some more comments. Tori Thompson says another blowout win would be huge for the confidence of this team. You look at the stats so far, it's pretty obvious, but in the Sixers' 4 wins, the starters are shooting 29 of 72 from 3, good for 40%. So we'll know from the jump if the Sixers guys like Seth Curry and Danny Green are hitting, they're a tough out for anybody given the intensity they play on defense. Marquise says, where's Danny Green? And where has this guy been? We touched on that when Jason was on the show when the pregame started. Marquise says 117-98 blowout. Whew. I don't know about you guys. I'm not ready to call this a blowout yet because how many times have we seen the Sixers just kind of give you a letdown? Like this is like one of those games where in the past the Sixers, this would be a tough game for the Sixers after a big win versus the Magic. They would follow it up with just a really sloppy game. So I'm not ready to go blowout yet. Any take on that?
Yeah, I want to shout out Krell's podcast last night, the Feed to Embiid, when he was talking about how this game could be one of those games where come on. This game could be one of those games where they're like just statistically the Sixers and based on them just didn't they come off a loss just now?
Yeah.
So
yeah, they let down.
Yeah, so who knows?
Steven says, I have a bad feeling about this. Charlotte 108-103. Yam says, the sign of a contender is they beat up the bad teams and split with the good ones. Tonight's a game to beat up on an inferior team.
That's not what contenders do. The contenders beat the good teams and they demolish the bad teams.
Yeah.
If you split with the good teams, you crush the bad teams. That makes you the Milwaukee Bucks.
We saw what the Cavs were able to do with their young guards with Sexton and Garland. So it'll be interesting to see what Devontae Graham, LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier does with this Sixers perimeter defense. That is like what I am watching, the Sixers perimeter defense tonight. Shout out from Australia. Let's go. What's up, Australia? Thanks for joining. He's actually joined. He or she, I'm not really sure. But
yeah, we've seen them a few times.
Yeah.
I'm interested in this comment real quick.
Yeah.
Bold prediction: Seth Curry goes 7 for 12 from 3 with Dell on the Hornets broadcast. I mean, listen,
I didn't make that.
Last time I watched the highlights of Seth Curry playing in the game where his dad was at the broadcast. That was when he had his big game with the Mavericks. I think he went off for almost 30 points. So listen, you never know. He didn't miss for a while in that game. I think he missed like one shot at the end of the game.
I copied and pasted your poll on Twitter into our YouTube community section. I said, how many points will Seth Curry have? 56%. Curry will have 16. Jason's back.
I just muted him.
Holy crap. You're all right. That was loud.
Jason,
Am I too loud?
You're pretty loud, bro.
Hold on.
My last comment, I'm gonna throw on here before I gotta go, is I think Sixers and Hornets are kind of in the same boat here. The Hornets go and they get blown out by Cleveland, and then they go and they beat the Nets and the Mavericks back to back. So I think Hornets are one of those teams that get blown out by bad teams and always stay with it with good teams. So I think tonight they're on the back end of it back to back. So I think there's potential for a blowout here, but the Hornets always do surprise us. So.
All right, Jack, before you leave, where can we find you? Plug time, baby.
Twitter at JackDuffySI.
Love it, baby.
Appreciate you guys.
Awesome follow.
Have a good one, Jack.
Good man. Thanks for joining, dude.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right. Is this any better? Can you guys? Is it way too loud still?
You're good. It's
It's a
better.
little
Right.
better.
So what I just wanted to break in. I've been listening to you guys. Good stuff. Dwight Howard right now is attached at the hip with Tyrese Maxey. Those two are bantering. They're going to each station together. Dwight was guarding Maxey 1-on-1. Maxey was guarding Dwight. There's a lot of good stuff from an NBA legend
Yeah.
taking a rookie under his wing. So that's all I wanted to say. I think it's really cool to watch it. I have not seen this before. That's why I broke in on you again. Sorry about that.
You're good, man.
All right.
Was,
See you guys.
were they smacking each other on the butt?
No, they're like playing 1-on-1 during like pregame warm-ups. It's really cool. And in fact, Dwight went over to sort of shake hands, kiss babies with the officials, which allowed Tyrese to come over and introduce himself. Like little stuff like that, like just sort of getting your name out there, becoming known.
Can you imagine?
Really good stuff.
He's
Can you
being
imagine
that
like
vet
Tyrese,
that we need him to be.
like, my name is Tyrese. Please don't call the foul on me.
Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds funny, but going up and introducing yourself before the game is not something every player does. So, it's never a bad thing when people root for your success. It's just one of those things, right? And when people don't root for your success, things get harder in subtle ways. All right, on that note, I'm out. Thanks, everyone.
Who's Whitey?
I don't know. That's
Yo, real quick, I want to say something about what Jason was just saying. Something you love to see with that too, and it's something we need. We need Dwight Howard to be that vet on this team. This team is so young. Even the stars on our team and Joel and Ben are still so young and haven't been to a lot of places yet. So it's just nice to see that you got guys like LeBron who's being a mentor to Ben and Tyrese. And you got a guy like Dwight who's on the team right now, who is a champion, who's been in the league for a while, being a mentor for guys like that. Like you even saw, I want to say it was Brock that tweeted out about this. Brock Landis, if you don't already know, he posts on this channel a lot. Go follow him on Twitter. He's a great follow. Brock tweeted about it, I believe it was yesterday, during the Magic game. Vucevic was getting super pissed off about Joel. Something Joel was doing, pestering him on the court, and you just saw Dwight standing up in on the bench, just clapping at him, getting them all riled up. And it's just stuff like that like staying in the game when you're not even in the game that you love to see, and that'll rub off onto the younger players on the bench. So you love that. You love to see it.
Shout out, real quick. Shout out to our fans from Iran and Morocco.
This is nuts. We have Australia.
We have endeared ourselves to other zip codes.
This is amazing. This is so cool. This is what it's all about, guys. Sam from Iran, thanks for joining. This is absolutely crazy. We got Morocco hanging out with us tonight. What's going on, Morocco? So we're all over the place tonight, and it feels good. It feels good.
I'm looking forward to being Moroccan royalty when I go over there.
Sam asks, are we going to show the game? Absolutely not. This is just straight up reaction, talking top takes, player grades, Sixers trivia, you name it. We'll be here all night until the last second drops, and we'll do a post-game show. You're around like 20, 25 minutes just talking top takeaways. Furkan Aldemir forever. Let's go. Who posted that?
Who could
that be?
Who has hijacked this?
I'm assuming it's Jason.
It's totally Jason, 100%. 100%.
It's actually spelled Aldemir, not Aldemir. It's an E, but
Love Eats the Soul says, let's get them. Likes up, fellas. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Dude, we are literally about to cross the threshold for 3,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you. Where are we at now, Justin?
We are at 2.98. Let me refresh real quick. We are at 2.98 still. So we're gonna hit that tonight. We're gonna hit it.
That's crazy.
Let's do it.
That is awesome.
Guys, if you have not already, give us a like on here. If you can, please, it would help us out a lot. Share this stream so we can get more people in here having fun with us tonight. And make sure you subscribe if you're here. Make sure you subscribe.
To the 3,000 subscriber, I will mail you an autograph.
I don't think you want that autograph. I'm going to be honest.
Can it be like a basketball card of you going up against Kai Carlin and like dunking on him or something?
We will also do that. We will do that.
I can Photoshop that. I can Photoshop that.
The 3,000th subscriber will get to join in on the shootout.
Listen, I just want to. Yeah, I'm about to say I just want to make a video of the shootout and see how many of you guys miss in a row.
I think if I miss more than 2 in a row, I will quit on the spot.
Okay.
All right, let's go. We need like a TPL knockout tournament. That would be.
We got Arkansas in the house.
What's going on, Arkansas? Let's go. Let's go. Woo, I like this one. TX Flyers 13 says Embiid triple double tonight. That would be what? How many does Embiid have a triple double in his career?
I think he does. I don't know.
It doesn't ring a bell.
I don't think he does, actually. I feel like that'd be something that I would definitely remember.
He does not have a triple double this season.
Who does?
He does not have a triple double this season.
No, in his career.
Oh yeah, he does.
He does?
Okay. Yeah, he's got 2. He's got 2 triple doubles.
All right, cool. Yam says, I think Dwight Howard has learned from his mistakes and has made it through his career. He's a great glue guy in the twilight of his career. I'm just blown away by Dwight Howard. I made videos on this. I spoke a lot about this. But his the stories of Dwight Howard and Ben Simmons putting up 3-pointers when the game ends on the court after the game, those stories, when you see him cheering on his teammates on the bench, when you see how big of a role model this guy has been with guys like Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton, it has been just terrific. This guy rolling to the basket and just getting buckets as a lob guy with Shake Milton, with Tyrese Maxey in the pick and roll has been sensational. It's just, I can't speak enough positive things about Dwight Howard. Steven says he shared. Thank you so much, Steven. You're the man. Thank you. Yan Paul says he had a triple-double last year. I got to go back to that one. 19, 10, and 10. I got to go back to that one. I don't remember that one. Ian says just subscribe. Thank you, Ian. You're the man. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Fantastic. We have Jason here, but he's in the back studio. What's he up to?
What's up, guys?
He's just creeping.
You just brought me back in. I'm listening. So I just took a little video of you guys talking with the Sixers warming up behind you. So I'm gonna send it to my laptop.
Did I look good?
Send it to Justin.
Justin, you always look good.
There we go.
I'm tweeting stuff on.
What I've heard, Austin, is that the ladies age 68 to 84 in Naples, Florida, think you are the hottest thing in the entire city. Just what I've heard.
I'm like the pool boy. I'm young. I'm gullible and full. You know.
The NBA in
Philadelphia. TX Flyers says Simmons with 2 threes tonight. That would be awesome. Jason, you're getting some love by Big Shane Gill. Says the man, the myth, the brother.
Wait. Shane, how are you on here if you're Joel Embiid's burner? I'm looking at him right now. How can you be talking?
I love it.
Guys, listen, I'm putting out on Twitter right now. Go follow the Painted Lines on Twitter. I'm putting out on our Twitter. How many points do you think Joel will go for tonight? Go let us know on Twitter, and we'll talk about it right now.
At the Painted Lines, I mean, you look at Joel Embiid's career versus the Charlotte Hornets, 26 points, nearly 13 boards, 3 assists. I mean, the way he's playing, the way he's getting all these post-ups, number 1 in the NBA, I got to say at least 30. What about you, Justin?
Say that one more time. Sorry, I was twittering. What did you say?
We'll go to Austin. How many points for Joel Embiid tonight?
25.
25. What about you, Jason?
29.
29. All right. Justin, how many points for Joel Embiid tonight, man?
We're going for 40 tonight, boy.
40 points.
I feel like I have to stand up.
And bright stars through the marvelous night, o'er the ramparts we watch, words of gallantly stream, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air,
you go.
Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
Let's get it, boys. Let's get it.
Game time, boys.
Let's go. Jason, can you tell Ben Simmons that Abraham says hi?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Justin, I just sent you a video and a photo you can post.
Awesome. Last question, Jason. Where's Ron Brooks been? I haven't seen Ron Brooks.
I think it's a COVID thing. I think they're using their employees to sing the national anthem. So I'm hoping by playoffs because Ron Brooks, I get starstruck around the guy.
I know. I'm upset that we haven't seen Ron Brooks yet.
Yo, where'd you send that, Jason?
All right, hold on. Let me give you.
From your Philadelphia 76ers, Shake Milton and Dwight Howard.
Shake Milton and Dwight Howard
Love it.
Yo, Jason, where'd you send the video?
to your Discord.
I don't see it.
Once again, Shake and Dwight.
Yeah, check Discord. All right, I gotta go.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good night, man. All right.
I only see it. Did he say he sent a video too?
Sounds like maybe it hasn't.
You guys remember the trade rumor that was like Ben to Golden State, LaMelo with the number 2 pick to Toronto,
Thank God.
Kyle Lowry to Philly? That was fun.
Thank God. Yeah, thank God that those
This
days.
is the only thing. This is the only thing I got. I only got the. He sent a picture of the. I don't know if he sent a picture of the stadium, but not of us. I'm confused.
All right, we have a comment here. Is Ben Simmons guarding LaMelo Ball? Any take on that, Austin? I don't even know. You look at the Hornets.
I would think you put him on Gordon Hayward.
I don't even think LaMelo Ball starts. I could be wrong with that, but
No, Terry Rozier starts.
yeah. So I'm more excited. I'm going to piggyback off of what Justin said. That Tyrese Maxey versus LaMelo Ball matchup will be really fun, guys. Dive seems like a very positive person all the time because the Sixers are 4-1. Your first place, Philadelphia 76ers are 4-1, and the defense. I love defense. I'm mid-30s. I grew up on good defense. It's in my blood. I'm a Philly 4-for-4 sports fan. So watching the Sixers lead by defense has been just a joy to watch. I'll gladly take this and just watch the offense kind of piece it and it together as the season progresses. So I'm loving it. I am loving it. By the way, it's very important. Context is very important because I just got done doing preview pods, pregame shows, watch parties, and postgame shows of the Philadelphia Eagles. So now that we're actually talking about something that's fun, it's a total game changer. So
That's very true. That's very true. If you guys, if anybody on here has not gone to our Eagles live streams during games, dude, that we have a really hard time. We have a really hard time with those times. They get real depressing.
oh my God, they're like therapy sessions.
Yeah.
It's
Real
almost
quick. Juan, we will not be showing the game. We are strictly reacting to it, giving you analysis of it, giving you quick questions about it. We're going to be here to support you all throughout the game. And then right at the end of the game, as soon as it's over, we're going to do about a 15 to 20-minute post-game review of the game itself, and that will go up on the channel as well as this. So stick around. We'll keep talking to you.
The one thing I would like to see is turnovers go down a little bit. The turnovers have been a little iffy. You look at the Sixers; they have the fifth worst assist-to-turnover ratio in the NBA. But I really do think that number is just going to go up and up and up once our guys, our shooters, start hitting their wide-open shots.
And I think that's something we've talked about a lot. Is that like right now the turnovers have been up, and in certain games they've been up even more. But as the offense gets more comfortable and as we get into more of a rhythm offensively, I think that those will go down, especially as our passes get cleaner, as people start making shots. Our field goal percentage is going to go up more like it did last game. Although last game we shot, 45% from three. I don't think that's happening tonight because that's a ridiculous number. But I'll tell you what, if we can hit even anywhere close to that number, that's amazing.
Yeah, obviously against the Magic, their efficiency field goal percentage was the highest of the season. I'm not expecting that, but I love the fight. I love the heart that I'm seeing. Doc Rivers putting Joel Embiid in positions to get easy buckets. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from this offense. I do like you when Joel, like another stat from my man Brock Landis, when Joel Embiid gets 15 or more touches in the paint, like the Sixers are absolutely unbeatable. And we're seeing that so far, that trend this season. This is a really cool comment. And I'm really excited to watch LaMelo Ball. We did pods on LaMelo Ball, and I did a video scouting report on LaMelo Ball. And I thought he was a little overrated for where his draft position was. I'm not a believer in his defense, and we will see. I'm excited to see this guy play tonight. Precious Achiuwa is way better. I like Precious Achiuwa, but I don't know what his role is in the modern NBA. So we'll see Precious Achiuwa. But
Joel starts off the game with a mid-range from the free throw line. Looking like a good start for him. When he in the beginning of the game, when he's making his shots, that's especially from the mid-range, that's when the game's going to start off good usually.
Anthony, thank you for joining. I'm way behind you. I'm literally just seeing the first possession. Oh, another three from Joel?
No. Guess who it was?
Nah.
Guess who it was?
Nah.
The green shot himself, Danny.
Yeah,
Green.
Let's go, Danny. We need
Danny
that guy.
Green.
We need him to step up. Like I said, I love his defense. His defensive rating has been terrific. 4 out of 5 games, Danny Green has had an under 100 defensive rating. You can just throw out that Cavs game because it was terrible. But there it is. Danny Green, if that guy can become a consistent threat from three, like this offense is going to just be significantly better for it. My gosh. And like I said, so many times, the fact that the Sixers have been getting open looks is way more important than the Sixers not hitting them prior to that Magic game. Ooh, Joel Embiid with a bad miss.
Yeah.
Ian says, Embiid and Simmons combining for 33 points, 8 assists, and 9 boards. I'll go a little higher than that, buddy. I think I'll go higher than that. I love these Hornets jerseys, man. They're
tough. They're tough jerseys. Are you serious? You're gonna give him that foul? Come on, man. Weak. I'm sorry. I didn't.
I was gonna put that up, man.
Terry Rozier is one of those guys that I just don't like that much. I don't know what it is about him.
3. Let's go.
Yep, gotta love it. Here's like Terry Rozier is one of those guys. I don't know what it is about him. I just don't like him. I don't like him that much. It's weird. I think maybe it has something to do with the fact that he played for Boston.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say.
It's probably that. But I think he's one of those guys that I feel like he thinks he's like better than he is, if that makes sense. Like he's like, I'm gonna leave Boston and go get like a little bag to go play for Charlotte. But then he gets there and like he wasn't like there's a reason they drafted a point guard.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason they drafted LaMelo while you were on the team under contract for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Like
Photography 101 says, can Danny Green find a shot tonight? He already found it. He has a 3-pointer made. David, what's going on? David says Sixers going all the way this year. What I do like about the Sixers is the defense. Number 1 defensive efficiency team. Number 1 defensive rated team. It's only 5 games. So pump the brakes. Yep. Very small sample size. But a team that leads by defense, and Ben and Joel seem to be really thriving in the pick and roll. And Doc Rivers seems to be doing a very good job in respect to Ben and Joel. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. I don't think he likes you either. What's that?
I think it's because I said I don't really like Terry Rozier all that much.
Marky 2-5. What's going on, Marky 2-5? He's Marky.
Nice to see you, Mark.
Thanks for joining, as always. As always. So here we go. We've got the new Splash Brothers, man. Do you know who the Splash Brothers are? Do you have any idea who that is, Justin?
Are you serious?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Is that a legitimate question? Of course I know who the Splash Brothers are. I don't live under a rock.
All right, cool.
Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Man, dude, before I really understood free agency and just how players have in general, people like all players and no matter what sport it is, they have a good amount of control in free agency. But I wanted when Klay was getting off his contract, I really wanted the Sixers to grab him, but I didn't realize just how much he loved Golden State. And that was before he won, I think, 2 of the championships that he had during their run.
Next trivia question for everybody. Do you know who the Flight Brothers were? The Flight Brothers. If you know who the Flight Brothers are, let us know in the comment section below.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah, man.
The Flight Brothers.
Woo, Toby 3.
Was that the Clippers with DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin?
It's the Sixers. It's the Sixers.
Dr. J era?
Nope.
Andre Iguodala?
Earlier.
What? Okay, I don't know earlier than
Flight Brothers. If you guys know, there it is. Nasty Nizzle comes in hot with AI and Larry Hughes.
Thank you. Listen. If I'm going to defend myself here, I'm 21 years old.
It's hard.
I'm 21 years old.
Okay. Danny Green with another 3. Danny Green is back, baby. Danny Green is back. Let's go.
Toby looks like he's going to be going off tonight too. He hit a 3.
Brian got the Flight Brothers one. Larry Hughes and AI. Well done. Well done. Flight Brothers were fun, man. Those were the days of Mark Zumoff. Those were fun days.
Whenever I hear dunking, my mind goes straight to either like Danny Green. What the hell? My mind goes straight to the oh my goodness, Gary Payton and oh my lord, what was the guy's name that ran with Gary Payton?
Sean Kemp, Detlef Schrempf.
Sean Kemp, yes, Sean Kemp. Yep. My mind goes straight to Sean Kemp, or it goes straight to DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin. It goes to Gerald Green in his heyday when he was knocking it down on people. So I don't know. Listen, if anybody in the comments hasn't gone back and looked at highlights of Gerald Green when he first came into the league and just watching him dunk the ball, go back and watch that stuff. Watch how hard he came down on some guys. It's insane.
Yeah. Also want to do a quick plug on, I made some highlight reels. So I've got Dwight Howard, Tyrese Maxey, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry. I made December highlight reels of all those guys and a best of Sixers highlight reel here at the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Check them out. Let me know what you think.
They are great, by the way. You did a good job with them.
Thanks, man. We'll be doing those every month, and they're really going to kind of be our source material when we start putting out. Because once we get more of a data sample, I'm going to start putting out some like analytical things, but I just haven't gotten there yet. And I'll be using those videos as the backdrop for the reference point and context.
I got you. No, and I think that's great. That's great. More basketball, the better.
Steven says Sixers are looking smooth. By the way, the Sixers are looking terrific right now. 18-8, halfway, 7 minutes, 41 remaining in the first. You have Tobias Harris with 5 points, Joel Embiid with a quick 7 points, and Danny Green has really kind of been, I think, the story of the first quarter so far. He has 2 3-pointers. He's just really struggled offensively. We all know that. So the fact that, I don't know, we need to go back up, and whoever called it, he said it was going to be the Danny Green game. So whoever was that, you get 1 million TPL points. Great job with that one. Looking good.
I'm not sure what you can buy with TPL points, but it's probably good. Whatever it is, it's probably good. You can buy a lifetime subscription. How's that?
Yeah,
I think that's a good
free subscription to the paintlines.com. No money. You got it.
Just to clear it up for anybody else, you don't need a subscription for the paintlines.com. So if you want, you could totally go check that out.
Matt Geiger and Tom McCullough combined for a leap of 20 between the two. Oh my God.
All right, I tried going back and looking for the Danny Green comment. It's so far up, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you everyone here for commenting. Comments are flowing tonight. We're gonna try and keep up.
Oh, by the way, on the poll I put up on the Painted Lines Twitter, if you are not already, go follow the Painted Lines on all social media platforms. Twitter, Instagram are two of the ones that I help out with the most. Go look on Twitter right now. We have a few. I think we have 3 polls up there saying how many points we think Seth Curry, Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris are going to score tonight. But I put up one for Joel Embiid. So far, it has 25 votes. So if you want to be in the counting for that, go vote on that real quick. But as of right now, 36% of the votes say that Joel is going to go for between 26 and 30 points tonight.
Love it, baby. Like I said, the Sixers starters in their 4 wins, the Sixers starters are shooting 29 of 72 from 3, 40.2%. You look so far what's going on right now with the game. The Sixers starters are shooting 2 of 3, 4 of 5. 4 of 6 from 3 to start this game. So when the Sixers starting lineup is shooting from 3, they're a tough out for anybody. That is a fact.
Especially because of how much we can punish them in the paint as well.
Yeah,
and that's honestly what makes such a difference with our 3-point shots. A lot of times is if we're getting pressure in the paint and getting double teams in the paint, which a lot of times we do when you got guys like Ben Simmons and Seth Curry for an open 3. Oh my God, you love it. It brings me so much joy that we have a guy like Seth Curry at the shooting guard position where last year was, and don't get me wrong, I love Josh Richardson. But Josh is not the guy that you need next to 2 guys like Ben Simmons and Joel. Having a guy that can legitimately hit like above 50% of his catch and shoot jump shots is just so fun to me.
LaMelo Ball defending Ben
Danny
Simmons.
Green.
I just got the Seth Curry 3.
Got
the Seth Curry 3. Let's go. Let's go.
Sixers up 24-13. Who's not loving this right now?
Ooh, is that LaMelo who made that 3? Oh, it's Gordon Hayward. All right.
Oh my Lord, dude. I'll tell you what, this team, man, and this is the difference, and this is what we've been talking about for a while. For the first, I think it was the first 4 games we were talking about this. Once the Sixers are able to hit their shots, once our 3-point shooters get in rhythm, they're getting open shots. Like we've been getting open shots all season. The Sixers have been getting open shots all season. Once they get in a rhythm and get more comfortable shooting them all, this team is going to be really hard for other teams to stop. And I said that last game, and I'm saying it now.
This game's looking good, guys. Everything's looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this was kind of how the same look of that Orlando Magic game. I'm not saying we're going to win by 24 points, but the spacing with our shooters is absolutely terrific.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely terrific. So just beyond impressed. That the inside out game of the Sixers is ridiculous. That is probably one of the biggest positives you can talk about as the Sixers get their half-court offense ready for the playoffs. There's a lot of positives here.
No, I agree. And that's what I was trying to get into before I got rudely interrupted by Seth Curry hitting a big 3, is that the spacing with this team with guys like Joel who can bring that pressure and Ben who can bring that pressure down towards the rim and leave guys open like Seth Curry, like Danny Green, like Shake Milton, like Furkan Korkmaz, and Jesus, Tobias, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him like that.
Ben's missing some bunnies here. He's got a couple misses.
No, I agree, but don't matter when you're doing the kind of stuff Tobias just did. Damn, he just
oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait for you.
Tobias Harris with good defense too. Is this another one of those sequences? I have Tobias Harris bringing the ball up the court, drives. God damn it, let's go.
He put him on a poster if I ever seen one. That was dunk. He dunked on 3 dudes right there, I think.
Tobias freaking Harris. Just
I'll tell you what, when Tobias
knocked Biombo.
Uh-huh.
Tobias.
We are giving up some easy floaters on defense, though, I'm noticing. Terry Rozier's coming in the paint, and Joel is staying a little bit lower than they have. It's kind of looking like how Darius Garland and oh my goodness.
Man, this offense.
Who's the other guard for the Cavs? It's escaping me right now.
Darius Garland.
Darius Garland and
Colin Sexton.
Yes, thank you. Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, who were getting up a lot of easy floaters on us during the Cavs game. I'm seeing a lot of that right now with Terry Rozier. So I'm hoping we can adjust, and that can make a difference with Joel Embiid down the paint.
All right, Sixers call a timeout. They're up 30-19. Let's go.
Thunder, dude, it's nice to see you. Nice to see you back. Thanks for coming back around. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about Tobias Harris because this guy has been really lights out over these last 4 games since the season opener. 124 offensive rating, 96 defensive rating. He's 11-20 from 3. Let's see where we're at now. That makes him he's got a 3 tonight, so he is 12-21 from 3, which is absolutely terrific over these last 5 games. Well, 4 in a third game. But my goodness, Tobias Harris, I'm not saying the contract justifies it, but this guy has been playing terrific basketball as of late, and he deserves a lot of credit because we were dogging him.
And Marky says it best himself. Put some respect on his name.
There it is.
He's dunking on 2 people. He's shooting at a high percentage. He's playing decent defense for what we expect of him, and that's all you can ask for right now. And although, yes, sure, we may think he is maybe not playing to his potential contract, considering he is the most expensive guy on this team. Listen, as long as he's playing his role how he needs to be played, I don't think anybody can be upset about it.
The Sixers are shooting 6 of 9 from 3 so far. Nice.
Oh, I mean, when you got a guy like Seth Curry hitting more than 50% of his threes and Danny Green's actually hitting right now, that's going to happen. But listen, I'll be right back. I got to use the little boys' room. So
go ahead, man. Chris Coyle, get that shit out of here, man. No. We're not doing that, baby. Can't wait to trade for Harden. Those comments have really dwindled since that Magic game. It's been nice. It's been nice that the loud minority of Sixers fans aren't hitting the panic button anymore. It's been very nice, very calm these last few days. Boston Superfan, what's up? Tiago will be joining during our post-game show. If everyone doesn't know Tiago, my man Tiago on Twitter @TScabia, he will be joining during the post-game show. So look forward to that. When the clock hits 0, we immediately jump into our post-game, and Tiago will be joining. Quill, stop it. All right, so he got Matisse Thybulle coming out. I'm a little bit behind you guys. It seems like Matisse Thybulle's the first forward off the bench. So, yeah, no Mike Scott, no Korkmaz. You would think that Thybulle and Tyrese Maxey will get a lot of burn tonight. A lot of burn. Marky215 says, Tobias Harris deserved the criticism in the past, but I like this Tobias. This guy's putting up threes. You got to love it. He's shooting something like 45%. I don't have the stats in front of me, but he's getting his job done. And what I've been impressed with Tobias Harris is his defense. I've really liked Tobias Harris's defense so far. So, again, thank you everyone who are watching. Thank you everyone who are commenting. This is the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Please be sure to subscribe. We are just under 3,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. I really want to just go crazy and hit that 3,000 threshold during this live stream. It would be freaking awesome. Just Joel Embiid is just getting offensive boards. Just absolute beast. Marquise says, damn, Doc Rivers brought a breath of fresh air to the Sixers organization. Amen, dude. I've just been so impressed with Doc Rivers, how he's getting Joel Embiid touches near the rim. All right, Joel Embiid got double teamed and threw the ball away. You don't like that. You don't like to see that, but
Matisse. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, we've got Matisse and Maxey in after a Joel Embiid turnover here.
Shake Milton as well.
Tyrese Maxey defending Gordon Hayward.
That's interesting. I'm actually very interested to see how that matchup offensively goes.
Did you see that shake shot? That was sick, man. Shake. I don't know how he got that ball up, but
You're behind me.
yeah, I know I'm behind you.
And I think I was already past that by the point where I came back in.
All right, Matisse Thybulle misses a corner three. Sixers are looking nice. Sixers are looking really nice. Offensive foul? No. Joel Embiid, the Charlotte Hornets are not getting anything in the paint right now. Tyrese Maxey drive and bucket. Let's go, T-Max. Mad Max is back, baby. Just that guy finishing at the rim.
That was on Terry. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Mad Max gets his first bucket of the game. Just awesome. Awesome.
And it was on Terry Rozier and PJ Washington as well.
LaMelo Ball for three. Brick. Clanks it in the front of the rim. And throws the ball away on the next. Not a good look for LaMelo Ball there. That was not pretty. But yeah, look at Maxey just take it against Terry Rozier, man. Gotta love it. So impressed with Maxey, man.
Ooh, I just saw a replay of Tobias Duncan on Bismack, and it's a good one.
Yeah, that's probably going to be like one of the top. Oh, Dwight Howard's in. That Tobias Harris dunk is probably going to be one of the top plays of the month for sure.
Mm-hmm. Who scores based on what you're seeing right now, Dibes? Who do you think scores the most points for this game?
Great question, man. Great question. Right now we have Danny Green leading the way with 11 points. I don't expect that to stay. Tobias Harris has 9 points. Embiid has 7 points. I'm gonna either go right now. It's either a race between Tobias Harris and Embiid. They're both locked in right now, seemingly. I'm gonna go Toby. What about you?
No, I mean I definitely don't disagree with that. I think that could be I think that could definitely be the case. I think Joel is probably gonna end. I think it's really gonna depend though, actually, because if this game turns into what I think it might, just from what I'm seeing right now, and that could be a blowout, it's gonna honestly depend how long they're gonna keep him in the game. Because I think it's very possible that Joel could be, especially because the Hornets don't have a big. I think it's very possible that they could throw Dwight Howard out there to get starting minutes on a guy like Bismack Biyombo, and then have guys have the bench centers come in, and the team would be okay.
Right on, man.
And something interesting, we have Matisse covering LaMelo right now. So that's definitely an interesting assignment, considering the heights. Like, it makes sense.
Mad Max is not afraid to shoot, man. He will put the ball up. He's definitely got the green light, man.
I agree.
Oh.
Yeah, why do the Martin brothers have to have the same haircut? I mean, they have different numbers, obviously, but one's 10, one's 11, and they both have the same haircut.
Miscommunication there between Matisse Thybulle and Dwight Howard. I don't know. Thybulle's probably not the one to run through a pick and roll here, but you don't really have anyone else. So that's something. Ian says Mad Max is the best nickname in the league. Did you watch Mad Max Fury Road yet?
I have not yet.
What are you waiting for? It's fantastic.
Listen, I will get on that. Honestly,
so good. John, look at my man, John Coyle. Long-time listener, first-time caller. What's up, John? I think you probably could guess who that is.
Yeah, I can guess.
What's going on, John? Where are we at with subscribers?
Sorry, I'm chowing down on some pizza right now. I haven't eaten dinner. Hold on.
Oh my God,
we're at 2.99. We're close.
Are you serious?
We're at 2.99, guys. If you have not already, please go share the stream, share the channel. we're working on getting to 3K subscribers today. Yeah, thank you for being a part of this journey.
Mhm.
You guys are the first 3,000 people that could be potentially watching this. We want to make this as big as we can. Please share the stream, like the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Come back next time. We love doing this. We're glad to have you here with us.
Big Shane Gillis says the coils are self-multiplying. Coil bros in the house. Oh, coil rules. That is the theme of tonight's win for the Philadelphia 76ers. Oh, coil rules.
Oh, Shake Milton, I love you. It's so hard for me not to gush over guys like Shake for this team.
Oh, absolutely. He's just a huge, huge piece of the puzzle for the Sixers when the playoffs start. If you can get Shake comfortable in the half-court offense with Dwight, I do think he's going to eventually start. I think that is my vibe. I love his play between him and Ben Simmons. Their numbers together are terrific when they're on the court together. And there's another three by Shake Milton. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
It was a foul. There's a foul on the floor right before the clock hits 0 in this first quarter. Oh, my goodness, man. 39-22 right now with 0.6 seconds remaining. If the first quarter ends right here, 39 points is the highest first quarter total so far this season. Yes, the Sixers put up 38 against the Magic a couple of days ago. 39 would be the second most. Would be the second most in a quarter. So
40 was our most in a quarter when we scored. I believe it was 40 points against the Magic.
The Wizards.
The Wizards. Sorry. Yep. The other thing that uses magical things.
They put up 40 against the Wizards in the opener. But anyway, all right, 39-24. What are our main takeaways? Danny Green is back. 2 of 3 from 3. Sorry, 3 of 4 from 3 for 11 points in 9 minutes. You look at your shooters between Danny Green and Seth Curry. They're shooting 4 of 6. Shake Milton comes in, already has 5 points in 3 minutes. What an impressive performance. What's one of your takeaways?
Let me think. I think my biggest takeaway is honestly, and it's kind of similar to what I said last game, is that the 3-point shooters that were open and missing shots for the first few games are now open and making shots, and that makes a huge difference for this team. Obviously, missing and making shots, no matter what game, makes a huge difference for a team, but especially this team that has been getting those shooters open so frequently, and they just weren't hitting at first. So now that we have shooters actually hitting shots, that to me is the biggest takeaway for not just this game, but the season in general.
We talked about the Sixers defense, number 1 in defensive efficiency, number 1 in defensive rating in the league. The Sixers are holding the Hornets to 2 of 10 from 3-point range, 20%. They're holding the Charlotte Hornets to just 28% from the floor in this game in that first quarter. Like I said, this was a A+ first quarter. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, you talk about your main guys. Tobias Harris is putting up points. Joel Embiid had a great first quarter. Danny Green's putting up points. Seth Curry's looking efficient. Like, this was a very positive quarter. How would you grade the first quarter here?
Let me look at the overview quick. I want to see how many turnovers we have. Yeah, we have 4 turnovers. So I mean, I think overall, like, the first quarter isn't bad whatsoever, but I think the turnovers still is something that's a little bit we got to still work on, just making sure we're being clean with our play. But I mean, you're shooting 60% and you're shooting 63% from okay. Think about this. You're shooting 60% from the field altogether, but then you're shooting 63% from the 3-point beyond the 3-point arc. That's insane.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy. So altogether, I think this quarter, the first quarter, I would say that's probably a maybe a B+.
Dunner Dude says you guys deserve a crowd. I'm looking online. We have 2,994 subscribers, so it's definitely happening tonight. We're definitely gonna hit that 3K. That is crazy.
You said it's 2,994.
Yep.
Wow.
Number, we're 6 away. Big Shane Gillis says A-.
Listen, guys, thank you guys for being on this journey with us. We really appreciate it. If you guys, by the way, anybody who's watching, if you guys notice that we hit 3K or go over, let us know. All right? Let us know.
All right. Quill says we are hitting threes. When we are hitting threes, it's going to be hard to beat this team. The amount of space is insane.
Oh, Matisse is hitting threes too now.
Let's go. And then the brother of Quill goes, stat alert, Sixers average extensive points per quarter these last 2 games. Crazy, right? Crazy. Let's go to, oh my gosh, what were their average? The first half, they put up 75 points in that first half versus the Magic. We're on pace. We're definitely on pace for another 70-plus first half performance here by the Sixers. So there it is, a corner 3 by Matisse. That was like my main takeaway during our postgame versus the Magic. I was so glad to see Matisse Thybulle get that monkey off his back and be that perimeter threat that we need him to be, because you know what that means. Sorry, Nadir. Bye-bye Furkan. Bye-bye Korkmaz. Matisse will definitely get more minutes as the season progresses. And they need his defensive versatility. I don't know how much he will play in the playoffs, but I mean that's just another weapon. It's just another.
I think no matter what, if he's defending well, he's gonna play in the playoffs. I mean, we saw that against Boston last year, or I should say, I guess it was technically last year. It was only a few months ago, but you saw that against Boston when you're going up against guys like Kemba, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum in the same lineup. You need a few guys who can really defend on the perimeter.
You do, but I don't like how he gave you nothing offensively. He did come into the starting rotation during that playoff series against Boston, but he was eventually phased out because he couldn't do anything. He was so timid and passive on offense that the Sixers' offense against Boston Celtics was pitiful. So
you want to wave, Dad? I can see you in the mirror.
You can see me in the mirror? What?
No, sorry, my dad's in the mirror in the background. I said you want to wave. In the camera.
Sixers up 13 right now. Make that. Wow, oh, it was a late foul. Foul.
Ben Simmons was not happy about that one.
Ooh, that was a late foul.
That's one thing about the NBA that sometimes gets super frustrating. Is that someone could get fouled, and if they make the shot, they don't care. But someone could get fouled and miss it, and then 2 seconds after they miss, they call a foul. It's it just gets a little ridiculous. So I can understand NBA players how they get frustrated with that, because it's dude, he's fouling me every time. It's yeah, I'm making it, but you're just letting him foul me.
We're 6 away.
No, I have 2.99.
All right.
Tyrese Maxey. Oh, he missed it. Dude, Tyrese is so good at getting himself to the rim and getting himself a little a better look when he's at the rim as well.
His first step is insane, man.
My God, yeah.
He gets by anybody.
Sorry, say it again.
He gets by anybody. That first step is just it's so fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree. But I think that's somewhat why it's surprising to me that he's a guy that fell the way he did, because he is so athletic.
Woo! That was nice.
Mind you, he doesn't have the vertical athleticism as much as you may want him to, but he's so fast. And you saw, and it's not like you didn't see that at Kentucky. You saw that. You saw him blowing by guys in college.
Oh.
I'll tell you, he is not afraid. Oh, and Tyrese Maxey makes his first 3 of the season.
Let's go. Are you serious?
So serious. Tyrese Maxey makes his first 3 of the season finally.
Yeah.
He missed his first one, makes his second. Nice one right at the hash mark.
There it is. He missed it on my end.
Well, he shot it again.
I love the defensive pressure by the Sixers these last several sequences. They're really getting in front. There it is. Maxey's first 3. Let's go. There we go.
Dude, you love to see that. You love to see it from a kid who who was kind of looked down on in the draft. Even his coach came out and saying how teams are going to regret not taking him. And honestly, from what I've seen from him so far this year, that like his Coach Cal was so correct with that statement. And the nice thing is he does have time to develop a little bit. He doesn't have that pressure of having to go right in the game and having to make shots in big moments. He has some time to get himself better.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey makes his first 3-pointer. I love his confidence. Just absolutely love his confidence. If there was maybe a positive from COVID-19, the fact that the tournament was canceled might have benefited or been the main reason for Maxey falling to 21 for the Sixers. Because if there was a tournament and you saw that kid light it up, he ain't falling to the Sixers. By the way, look at this comment. Philly B, my TV is like 10 seconds slower than yours.
So Philly B, I'm running on cable. Dibes and Lancaster running on YouTube. What is it?
YouTube TV, yeah.
YouTube TV. Who is it slower than? Because if it's slower than Dibes, that's saying something. But if it's slower than mine, then I can understand. So like, when the game comes back on, I'll let you know when it comes back on for me. You let me know if it's on for you. Because I'm gonna be really concerned about you, bro. If it's not if it's Dibes and not me. Actually, better yet, Philly B, what are you watching it on?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Just let us know that. And what area are you from?
If I have if my feed's actually not the slowest of everyone here tonight, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm always behind. This. Steven says YouTube TV will be way slower. So
Steven Green says mine is slower than Dibes.
Really?
Oh man, dude, I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
So we're giving game breaking information for everybody then.
Okay. Yeah. So though Justin is like, I don't know what, like 20 seconds, something.
I don't know, something like that. It's pretty
20,
bad.
20 to 30 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm watching on Service Electric Cable on NBC Sports Philly.
Cool. So
yo, Nasty Nizzle, you from Reading?
yeah.
Yo, that's like 10 minutes away from me, bro. Thanks for watching. Ooh, the block from Matisse Thybulle right onto Gordon Hayward as Tyrese Maxey brings the ball up, pass it to Thybulle in the corner. Okay. Dwight. Oh, he missed it. Oh, he got fouled. Okay, that's cool. Dude, Dwight is looking like a beast down here.
Like their defensive pressure here is terrific.
Yeah.
This quarter, the defense in this quarter, led by the bench, has been terrific. Look at this. Like a block by Dwight, starts a fast break. Matisse.
I really thought Matisse was going to pull up for the 3 on that one.
Yeah, you got fouled. Like that is Sixers basketball, man. Defense leading the offense, transition buckets. That is Sixers basketball. When you have a team like that built around Ben Simmons, that is what we're talking about. That's what all Sixers fans should be really excited about. Hulu is the slowest. How about that? I don't have Hulu.
Yes, ma'am.
So Philly B says he's slower than my TV. So that's yeah. So I guess there's slower feeds out there. How about that?
He's the same as you.
Watching on NBC Sports app is the same as time. How about this bench so far, man? Bench looked terrific versus the Magic. I never knew Dwight Howard stood like a good 2 or 3 steps behind the line for free throws.
You didn't know that?
Yeah,
he started doing that. I want to say it was last year he started doing that. I guess it was I guess his trainer and him were working on it, and he just noticed like where his with his size and strength, it's just easier for him to I guess on the arc that he's trying to get to shoot from a little bit further back. Shake Milton bringing it up on PJ Washington and gets a foul going on the inside. Free throws for Shake. Score is 49-35 Philly.
Man, Dunder Dude says the bench is great. The shots are being made. Defense is, I'd say, way better than decent. Turnovers are still the thing to improve on. If there's any, the assist to turnover ratio for the Sixers needs to improve 100%. It's actually 5th worst in the NBA. However, once they start hitting open shots, it's going to go way up, and you're seeing that right now. But you look at the bench, they went up against a Magic bench that was 6th best scoring bench in the NBA. That Sixers bench was terrific, 24 points in the first half, and you're seeing it again tonight. What do we got so far from tonight's bench? 11, 14, 16 points from the bench. Like, how great is that? How many years have we seen the Sixers have the worst bench in the league? It's like bottom of the bottom in the NBA these last several years. So the fact that you have a bench that can step in and it's not an
great play. Oh, this is you're gonna like what you see in a little bit. This is some great ball movement. You missed the shot. Look at the smart heads up plays from people from the Sixers right here.
How good is it to have a guy like Tyrese Maxey that can fight through a screen in the pick and roll?
No, honestly, Tyrese's defense, it makes such a difference, and we talked about this in Tyrese Maxey's preview.
Woo!
Before.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. So if anybody here hasn't been with the channel for a little bit, before the season, and you can go back and look at these, we did a lot of previews of the players coming into the season, and of the new additions, the rookies, everything. And something we said about Tyrese Maxey was that his perimeter defense coming into the league was already really good. And Tiago, who is one of our biggest analyst percentage guys for the TPL, he's going to be coming on the post game. He said even coming out of the draft that he thinks Maxey has the potential to be an all NBA defender in the NBA. So with that pick and roll defense, you saw it in Kentucky on how good he was at sticking to his man and fighting around screens. And we saw that already before we even played a game in the NBA. So it's nice seeing that come to fruition and seeing that wasn't just something that was a maybe coming out of college.
Yeah, we did a
Joel Embiid with the and one.
Ooh, a little LaMelo Ball is clicking in a little bit here. Nice little 3-pointer there. 12-point game on my end.
What do you think about this? Philly B says Maxey's better than Ball. Do you agree? Do you disagree? No. What are your thoughts?
You can't go there yet. We haven't seen enough yet. There's way too little sample size. Like we keep saying on these live streams. Well, I mean popcorn. Way too little sample size from the Sixers so far, but you got to like what you see from Tyrese Maxey. I just love his ability to go downhill, and I love his head. Like how many times have we been?
That's a little weird, Dibs. You love his head.
What I meant by that is his mentality to get buckets. How many times have you watched the Sixers draft a guy and they're too afraid to shoot? This guy, Tyrese Maxey, his potential in the pick and roll, his ability to get others involved, and his ability just with his elite first step to get into the paint whenever he wants, it is something to be really excited about. My projection for Tyrese Maxey is in that 15 to 17 point range, all NBA defense, maybe league average 35%. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yo, Toby is going off right now.
Is he?
Yeah, he just hit another 3. And here's the thing, and this is and in the way he hit the 3, he just hit a 3 running up in transition, stop and just pop it right there. That's something that previously he would stop, get the ball, wait a second, fake it, dribble once, then go with it. Now he's doing it like that. He's getting the ball, putting it right up there, and that's what you need to see from a guy like him. Yeah, exactly. And you can tell he knows his role a lot more. You can tell he knows his role so much more with this team being coached by Doc Rivers than he did when Brett Brown was here. And with a guy who's making $35 million, you love to see it that he's sitting here and being what he's expected to be.
Did I really say that? Oh my god! The
Maxey head game is strong, man. Big Shane Gillis, thank you for calling him out.
I love it. That's awesome.
Give Toby the Superman. Oh, yo, hold on. Maybe that's a good nickname. Maybe that's a good nickname for Maxey.
Supermax?
Tyrese Supermax Maxey.
That's pretty good.
Yo, hold on. We gotta. That's trademark.
Should we make that a poll? That a poll?
Yes. Hold on. Do that right now. Do that right now. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I'll do it on YouTube. You do it on Twitter.
All right, I will. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Yep. All right. So we're talking about which nickname for Tyrese Maxey is better. Is it Mad Max or Super Max? I'm putting it on YouTube right now, the poll. Super Max is nice. All right, it's out. There it is. Vote your opinion. That's cool, man. That is cool. Super Max. Speaking of Tyrese Maxey, 10 minutes already, which is terrific. He's 2 for 6 from the floor, 5 points. He's a +3. He has a board. He has an assist. You look at Tyrese Maxey versus the Magic. He was one of his best offensive ratings on the season, 94, his best since the season opener versus the Wizards. And he had Tyrese Maxey, and like everyone else, defensive-wise, Tyrese Maxey had his best defensive rating versus the Orlando Magic with a 93. So Tyrese Maxey is a really fun player. We have Mark saying Mad Max is better. Steven said Boeing 737 Max. Okay. Love it. So
what are people thinking? What are people thinking? Do they like Supermax or do they like huh?
Let me hit refresh on this. It's only 2 votes so far, but it's 50-50.
Oh, nice. So what does your poll look like on YouTube? I'm gonna put the exact same thing on Twitter.
I said, which nickname for Tyrese Maxey is better, Supermax or Supermax is one word, and then Mad Max.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the Sixers are out there in between commercials playing.
I agree.
It's kind of, who are they playing for right now? The media?
I guess so. The media and the players. Even though when the players are during a timeout, they're definitely not paying attention to that at all.
No, it's pretty funny. Charlotte comes out with a 3 after the timeout. It is now a 12-point game. Nice little half by Terry Rozier, 16 points.
Wide
open shot.
Real quick. So what's the poll again? We got which nickname for Tyrese Maxey is better? We got Mad Max
and Super Max
and Super Max.
We have Ian saying Super Max because you're gonna get it once he wins an MVP. I love it. Love Ease the Soul says Mad Max. Steven says Mad Max. Philly B says Mad Max. Philly B says Maxi Pad because he's out for blood. Coyle, if you're watching, we kind of did a spiel about that. The whole Maxi Pad nickname, and we were making puns and we just lost it laughing. So if you go back to that, me and Coyle were doing a watch party. And we just completely lost it. We're just making so many jokes. It's terrific.
Listen, y'all, if you have not already, go follow the Painted Lions on Twitter. I just put a poll out there, the same poll we were just talking about, on what nickname is better for Tyrese Maxey. So go check out that poll. I know you guys will crush that. And if you haven't, go follow us. Well.
Nice little 3 by my man Seth Curry.
Yup, you're late to the party, bro.
I can't do anything about it.
I know. Just busting your balls. Oh my God, you love that pass. Oh, yo, I'm sorry. I can't help. Seth Curry is he's So many people coming into the season were like, Seth Curry's a bench player. Seth Curry's just a bench player. No, this man with a big role on our team is gonna be ridiculous. Like, there's like, I love that guy. And the fact that Ben Simmons opens up the most threes for people, like, Ben Simmons statistically has given the most open three looks in the league, and we haven't even had that many good 3-point shooters on this team till this year. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
like
happen.
the fact that we now have a guy who's pretty much he's above 50% catch and shoot 3-point shooter on this team now, and we have a guy like that as well with Shake Milton, is just going to be insane.
Dunner Dude says Seth is looking nice. This offense is really starting to click, and it's clicking a lot earlier than I ever expected. I'm on record. I've been saying it on Party on Broads on Tuesday nights. I've been saying it during these shows, during our player preview shows, that I expected the offense to look sluggish and sloppy from the jump. New coach, new scheme, new supporting cast, shortened offseason, shortened training camp, like 2 preseason games. Like it was just, it made all the sense in the world that the Sixers would struggle out the gate. And people were like, panic button, panic button, panic button. So I'm glad to see that it's really starting to click here. But never in my dreams, like, it would look this good this early. So
no, I agree. And here's the thing too, with that, it's not like we're looking good. It's not like there's it's not like we're running like complicated concepts and plays and everything like that. Like, we're running simple, like 2-man plays, like just drive to the basket, kickouts. Like, this isn't even really like a legitimate offense yet. You're just seeing them play basketball. And the fact that that's what we're doing right now, and we haven't had to like get into situations like that, like, we're just throwing it down in the post and passing out the open 3-point shooters, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's working.
Nasty Nizzle says Ben Simmons going to be the 4th leading scorer. It's not a diss. I was like so sick and tired of like all these people saying Ben Simmons needs to average like 20 to 25 points a game. Like, if that happens on the Sixers team, the Sixers are going to suck. Ben Simmons is not a scorer. I don't understand like how many more games Ben Simmons has to play for people to realize that he's not going to be this like James Harden level scorer. He's not that kind of. He's more of an efficient player. He's not going to just start jacking up shots for the sake of jacking up shots and shoot 30% from the floor. That's not Ben Simmons. So this is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. Dunder Dude says Doc was a huge change for this team. Amen. I love, just from 5 games, like, I'm already impressed with how he's adjusted, how he's getting Ben and Joel in better spots. Just awesome. Just awesome.
Yeah, real quick, guess what the percentage is for our 3-pointers right now.
What is it?
Just take a guess.
50?
You're close. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
52.4%.
Amazing.
From 3. Guys, that is ridiculous.
Well, considering they're before this game, they were 33%. They're among the worst in the NBA.
But that's also because everyone was missing shots in the first 3 games.
Amen. Amen.
Oh my God, dude. This team is just
Like, you just see this. The team is starting to find an identity. They're starting to find an identity through defense and floor spacing. And we haven't seen this level of spacing since 2017.
Oh, the ball movement. The ball movement, my guy. The ball movement. Oh, I love it. This is what I'm talking about, man. I said this last live stream. I used to love when the Golden State Warriors, and I'm not calling the Sixers the Golden State Warriors. They're obviously not the Golden State Warriors. But I loved watching the Golden State Warriors with their ball movement, with the having 3 shooters that were amazing on the outside perimeter. Seeing at the Sixers can now pass it out to the outside, and people are running out terrified of Shake Milton, Seth Curry, Danny Green, and Tobias Harris around the outside of the court with Joel in the middle. It's just watching the ball movement, watching people being able to get open shots and then hit them is just stuff that I love seeing. It's great basketball. It's how this game is meant to be played, and it's amazing to watch.
Amen. Scott says, man, this is fun to watch. So good. So good. I mean, you're talking about a team that last year, this game would have been to the wire and just one of those like sloppy, turnover-ridden games after just a murder over the Orlando Magic a couple nights ago. This game last season, you knew that it was going to be a bloodbath, just a really sloppy game. They're putting this team away. They're putting this team away.
Yeah, with that, and mind you,
coaching, man. That's coaching. This team's prepared.
Yep. With that, I do want to say there's 30 seconds left. There's 30 seconds left in this game, and we have 73 points. Guess how many points we had at half last game?
75.
Yeah. Our offense is actually playing. I don't know if it's the pace. It might be that because we've definitely turned the ball over. I think a little bit more than we did. Actually, have we?
I'll tell you right now.
Actually, no. We only have 5 turnovers. We've had 1 turnover this whole quarter so far.
Yeah, it is a great quarter.
Yeah, like this half. I mean, or yeah, we've had 1 turnover this whole quarter. We had 4 in the first quarter, but is this the best offensive game we've played so far? Just, I mean, because we are 60% from the field and 54% from the 3-point behind the 3-point arc. Is this the best offensive half we played so far this season?
You had 75 points in the previous game. You put 50
how many turnovers did we have in the first half
of the Magic game?
Yeah, actually, I'll look.
I don't remember. Their turnover percentage was 12.5 against the Magic, which was second best on the season.
In the game against the Magic, where we were shooting 45% from 3 and 48% from the field, we had, I think it was, hold on. Actually, no, I don't think I can look at that from here. Just kidding.
That's fine.
I was trying to look on the Sixers app. You can't tell that though.
That's
My bad.
Fine. No worries. But offensive rating versus the Magic was 112.7. I mean, I don't even know what their offensive rating this game. I mean, look at this. These numbers are great. They're shooting 54%, 54.5% from 3. They're shooting 60% from the floor. I want to know that number. When was the last time the Sixers shot 60% from the floor in the first half? That's crazy.
I have no idea. But I'll tell you what, we're 12 for 22 from 3 right now. That's crazy. But honestly, you really think about this. Last year, we would take a lot of threes. This team is known for taking a lot of threes and obviously a lot of balls onto the rim. But with the guys that we have on this team now who are more capable of hitting more consistently, it's just amazing to watch. By the way, we're going into halftime right now, 73-58 Sixers. It's as I'm sure we're going to get a little bit more people coming in right now just because halftime. But Dives, altogether, what are your thoughts on this half besides the fact that we have 73 points and are shooting 60% and 50% from 3?
No, it's the spacing, man. It's the spacing on this team. I've been screaming it all year. You look at Danny Green shooting 3 of 5 from the floor. Seth Curry is 2 for 4 from 3. Shake Milton's 1 for 3. Tobias Harris is 3 for 3. It is the spacing on this team that has been so incredibly impressive. Guys are getting open look after open look after open look. And the defense is obviously the main takeaway. It's not that great tonight. There was a lot of stretches there that I thought it was really strong. They gave up 58 points. But I'm just blown away at how this team's creating identity on offense. And it starts with spacing. And it just has been absolutely terrific. What about you, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, spacing, obviously. But the thing that I really want to touch on is that just the fluidity of the offense you're seeing. You're seeing guys knowing a little bit more where people are going to be, and especially with guys like Ben Simmons. Passes the past 2 games have been a little bit more on target, and you've seen that. Ben Simmons, what he likes to do and what we don't really love, but when it works, we love it, is when he drives into the basket, jumps up in the air, and passes it out to people. It's one thing he loves to do, and it's something that's either really good or really bad. What you see consistently this game and yesterday was when he's doing it, he's having a little bit better time understanding where people are going to be, and that's something that you've seen. He'll find Seth Curry, he'll find Shake Milton, he'll find Matisse Thybulle on the outside, or Danny Green. And I've noticed that a little bit more this game is that there haven't been as many errant passes as there were in the beginning of the season, and that's something you really love to see.
Yeah, you're finding a team that is understanding their identity through defense and creating fast break points. Right now they have 20 fast break points in the first half. You just love to see it. You love to see it. There's a team that's number 1 in defensive rating as a team, number 1 in defensive efficiency, 3rd in points allowed. They're across the board great. Number 1 in blocks, number 1 in opponent field goal percentage. We're watching a team that is, if they're a strong 3-point shooting team built around Joel Embiid with this level of defense, like I'm gushing. I'm straight. This is I love this style of basketball. And you know what? I'm going to say it right now. This is the basketball that wins in the playoffs. So it's just really, really impressive.
So this is the basketball that wins in the playoffs. A lot of times you see it. You've seen it with like, I think what's the best example? Honestly, I'm trying to think of the best the best example like recently of this working. I mean, because this team is not like Golden State. It's not like I guess the closest team I could say is maybe like the Raptors when Kawhi was taking a lot of mid-range shots and being able to pass it out to 3-point shooters and cutters. But instead of Kawhi, who's like 6'8", forward, you have Joel, who's 7 foot center, being in the mid range and going to the rim, and then being able to pass out to the 3-point shooters. And I would say, in my opinion, this kind of offense is even better than what some of the other teams out there who have more perimeter scorers that are going to ball handle from the perimeter and everything. Because I think an offense like this is a little bit more efficient. Now, I don't know about you, but like, I mean, obviously it's a little more efficient, but we are playing the Hornets though. I mean, we're shooting 60% from the field right now and 55% from 3.
The Hornets are the 8th best defensive team in the league. I know it's a small sample size, so they're not like terrible.
I mean, that's just like saying we're like we're in like the late 20s in offensive rating. So it's like we're obviously
I don't even think the Hornets played bad at all. Like I think those Sixers just look that much better.
I think it's the fact I'm really wondering how teams are going to end up guarding Joel Embiid. I'm really wondering that because with the amount of 3-point shooting we have around them, yes, they're guarding him well and they're guarding him how they should. They're double teaming. They're bringing a double team down there. But hold on.
So the Sixers the Hornets only have 2 turnovers. The Hornets have 2 turnovers, and the Sixers are up how many points? 15 points. The Sixers are beating a team by 15 points while the team has only had 2 turnovers. There's just so many things to love about this.
What I was saying though with Joel and how the Hornets are guarding him, they're sending double teams in there quick. It seems like they're instead of giving him time to kind of get himself a shot like the Magic were kind of letting him do, they're getting him early. But even though they're getting him early, we're getting off the pass and getting an open shot, or getting off the pass and then getting off the second or third pass and getting an open shot. Right. So it's like, what defense is really going to be the answer for a team like this where Joel can shoot over a lot of guys in the league, even a lot of centers in the league, but then he's got 4 guys on the perimeter, 3 guys on the perimeter that he can pass out to that can make an open look or even a contested look. And that's something that is a huge difference from what we've had in the past. So I'm really curious to see what it is they end up doing with that. I'm curious to see what Charlotte does coming out of the half. I'm curious to see what even better teams do against us the rest of the season. Yeah. Like, what's going to happen when we go up against a team like the Lakers? Where are they? Like, I mean, obviously, Anthony Davis is probably going to be taking Joel one-on-one, I'd assume. But even when Anthony Davis was with the Pelicans, believe it or not, Joel kind of cooked Anthony Davis when he was with the Pelicans a lot. He brought him down to the weight room. And so I'm really wondering what's going to happen with this team. I'm curious to see how teams end up finding a way to guard our offense.
We are 5 subscribers away from 3,000. 5 subscribers, guys. If you're watching, 5, please, guys, hit that subscribe button. I would just really want to freak out for you guys hitting 3K. It's been I've built this thing up from day one. I have no background in or education or college experience in any of this. It was literally just learning this on the fly, and it's just incredible that here we are in like 2 years later, and we're nearly at 3,000 subscribers. It's just so amazing. I can't believe
I appreciate you letting me come along for the ride, Dives.
Let's go.
Listen, guys, I'm also have no college experience with any of this. I am in college, but no college experience with any of this. So this is so fun to me as well.
We also have a big announcement coming up, but we're not ready to do it yet. Just saying, little teaser.
Ooh.
Little teaser that some big things are coming. That it's going to be. I think everyone's going to be very happy. So let's go.
Private chat, Dibes.
Let's go to some comments here. Here, let's go. King Mode. What's going on, King Mode? Man, he's got a Celtics jersey back there. Oh, come on, man.
Hey, listen, we like all fans coming in here. We like them all. Come on, make sure you sub. Listen. I'm gonna be so honest. I have friends that are Celtic fans. I actually talked to one of my buddies, and he's very, very. What's up?
I feel bad. I'm sorry.
I actually talked to him and said, "Hey, maybe we can get you on. Maybe we can get you on during a Celtics game to come get you talking with us a little bit." So
yeah, that'd be
we'll see.
That'd be really fun. Steven says Ben Simmons is a facilitator, not comparing to Magic, but Magic's only averaged 19 points a game. Marky215 says one thing we're learning is that this team can score with the best of them. Thunder Dude says it'd be nice if he could average 20 points a game, but he has skills elsewhere. The thing to watch about Ben Simmons so far is his free throw attempts are way up this year. That is a major stat, especially come playoff time. So that's what you want to watch. Not 3-point attempts, free throw attempts. Ben Butler says great defense and early run out threes with an Embiid in post should win in the playoffs. Absolutely. Amen. The Sixers are showing you that inside-out game and the floor spacing is for real, and that is just going to pay dividends moving forward. Take your growing pains now, but I'm actually really stunned that they've looked this good. They're clicking. They are clicking, and everyone seems to know their role, something that we obviously didn't really have the last 2 years. So just amazing. Steven says Ben is a third option, maybe 4, because he chooses to have everyone involved on the floor. Plus, he has the best center in the league. No need to drop 25. Yes. Thank you, Steven. Amen. Guys, these comments, I can't even. You take over.
And I think some people's problems. I think some people's problems with Ben Simmons and the fact that they want him to score that many points is just because he's making all that money and he's a first pick of the draft. And I think that's why people expect more of him. But you got to really think about it. That's just not what he is. He's not a guy with the mentality to score. And he said this in an interview the other day that he is a guy who his main goal is to win games. His main goal is to get his team involved and get the guys around him to succeed the best they can. And you're seeing that with the team right now. Yes, right now, guys, let's think about this. Right now, he has 6 points, he's got 9 assists, 6 rebounds, a block, and he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Yep.
Although he's not the guy that has 15 points at half. We are up. What's the score of this game right now? We are up 73-58. We have scored 73 points in the first half. Guys, 73 points in the first half. Like, you don't need a guy to score 25 points a game if he's the same guy who's capable of getting 13 assists in a game and then only scoring like 12 points.
He's
and we're winning by 20.
he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. If he stays healthy and he plays like this all year long, he's 100%. I'll put so much money on that man. I would put so much money on him being Defensive Player of the Year. I love.
I don't think he's going to be – I think he's going to end probably averaging around 15 points this year. I really do. Going into the season, I thought that he was going to be averaging more than that. I thought he was going to be averaging maybe like 18 to 19 with the spacing that he had around him. But with the amount that he's actually like facilitating and with the amount that like he doesn't need to do anything, I really do think that he's going to end up averaging less than his average. Dunder Dude, it is Maury straight fleece Dallas for Jay Rich and a rookie that don't even get minutes. Oh my God.
How about that? Josh Richardson's shooting 31% from three this season. You look at Seth Curry. I'm not saying he's JJ. I'm not saying he's going to average 17, 18 a game. But the roster fit is so much better. It's not even comparable.
Can I ask you a question that might be a little bit of a bold statement?
Yeah.
Do you think that Seth Curry actually fits the team a little bit better for what we need than JJ does right now?
I think what makes Seth Curry so impressive is that JJ was like a centerpiece of the offense back in 2017, 2018. That guy, all they did was DHO with Embiid and JJ.
Yep.
Seems like Seth Curry, from the outside, is just a more efficient player. He seems to impact the game without the ball in his hands as much as JJ, if that makes sense.
No, and that's kind of what I'm getting at is like, to me, and like mind you, I love JJ Redick. Like JJ Redick has been one of my favorite players since I started watching basketball. He's been one of my favorite players to watch when he was on the Sixers. But something I really noticed with Seth is that he brings to this team something that we really need, and that is consistent catch and shoot shooting. And that's something that Shake brought to the team last year that we really need. And although Seth isn't as capable as JJ about running off of picks and all that kind of stuff, if you can just stand there and we can get you wide open and you can hit a three consistently, that's what we need on this team. And also on a limited amount of shots. JJ took a lot more shots than Seth needs to average the amount of points that JJ did for us.
Dunder Dude said, this is the comment of the night. Dunder Dude says, big announcement. And then we have Marky215 announcement. And then my man, Big Shane Gillis goes, Tiago's pregnant. That is 100% correct. Nailed it, Big Shane Gillis. Nailed it. Well done. That is so funny. Tiago will be joining us during the postgame show. It is halftime. The Sixers are up 73-58. Thank you, everyone here for watching, for commenting. Please please subscribe. What is the sub count? We keep talking about it because we're just so humble that we're like literally this close from 3K. 5 subscribers to go. 5 freaking subscribers, and I'm just honored. I'm so honored. This is all about you guys. Thank you so much for commenting, for watching us, for being consistently present during all these pods. It's just the beginning, but I feel like we have a really amazing group that really kind of are regulars here that comment and join in. Even Nadir, as much as him and Nadir go back and forth on Ben Simmons and freaking Korkmaz, Nadir is great, and it's just we're so blessed.
We really are. We're so grateful, and we talk about you guys all the time, especially in the Discord that we have. We're so excited that we have people that'll come on here and hang out with us during games. I mean, like, trust me, like, we're so grateful for you guys. And tell your friends. Let's make this family even bigger. We have a ball talking to y'all. Honestly.
Steven says we're broadcasting live from Delilah's 10.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe if Austin was here, maybe one day with Austin. We all know Austin loves the lap dances. He's the big guy. He loves the lap dances. I hope Austin's watching. Please.
Ooh, yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at this.
Maximus Prime? What? That's terrific. No, I'm a huge Transformer fan, so that is great.
Yeah, same.
I love the That is great.
Yeah. kind of new fan from the UK. Been following the 76ers for the last 2.5 years. Can you explain the difference between DHO and PNR? Do you want to get that dive, or do you want me to get that one?
But DHO, you just saw a lot of just two-man game between Joel Embiid and JJ Redick in 2017, 2020. They would mostly involve that on the perimeter, three-point range. In the pick and roll, you have Joel being a roller to the basket. You have Dwight Howard rolling to the basket. There's just so much more spacing on this team to be able to provide that. You didn't see any pick and roll on the Sixers these last few years. You saw a glimpse of it versus the Celtics in the playoffs. Very little sample size of Ben Simmons doing it in like a 4 to 5, 6 game stretch, like in February, March timeframe when Joel Embiid was hurt. But really, they didn't touch the pick and roll. And that's why Dwight Howard was such a huge signing, underrated signing, because that is what he thrives at rolling to the basket. 68% last year, field goal percentage, rolling to the basket. It's all about getting Ben and Joel in better spots. That is it. Getting them near the rim. How many times last year, the year before that, did we scream, you just give the ball to Joel Embiid on the three-point line and expect him to do something? So anyway, thank you, Charles, for subscribing. You're the man.
Thanks, Charles, man. We appreciate it. What are we at right now? What's the subscriber count?
All right, hold on. I'm like kind of like freaking out about the Maximus Prime, man. That's so good. Man, you guys are coming out hot today. Oh my God, we're 2 away.
Two away, guys. 2 ways. If you're not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it. By the way, triple-double alert Ben Simmons, 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Got to crack a few nadir's to make a painted lines omelet. Terrific. Big Shane just brings the heat all the time. One of by far our best commenters.
Definitely.
So funny. So funny. We always talk about you, Big Shane Gillis, behind the scenes, thinking that you're Joel Embiid's burner account. Clearly that's not the case right now. Ooh, I don't know about that pass, Ben. What was that?
So I think this is something we need to touch on because we haven't talked about it much. Sixers are first in the East right now.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got to do this. Hey, Sean says, thank you guys for great content since I found you last couple months. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you. So something that I want to talk about a little bit is the fact that we are first in the Eastern Conference right now. Obviously, it's very early. But something we discussed a lot was that we think the highest seed that the Sixers could get was probably the 3rd seed. And that's something we talked about in like before the season started. Do you think with what the Sixers have shown you and what the other teams in the Eastern Conference have shown you that this team can move up to that 2nd or 1st seed? Are we capable of that? And based on what the other teams in the league have to deal with now, and being that the first team I think of is Brooklyn, with the fact that they just lost Spencer Dinwiddie, a big piece for that team. What kind of a difference does the way the Sixers are playing make in the Eastern Conference standings?
Great question. I had them as a 4 seed this year. With that caveat being, I expected them to have growing pains to start and, like 2017, go on. Not saying they're going to win like 16 straight games, whatever that was. But I do think they would figure out the pick and roll and become a much better team to get them ready for the playoffs. I got to see it against the better teams. I got to see what it looks like against the Milwaukees, the Bostons, and one for Ben Simmons. Let's go. That's where I'm at. I'm like, I am more of I'm a data guy, so I want to like see this team and evaluate this team like after 10 games, but I also want to see how they look against the best of the best. I mean, there are so many positives to be taken from what we've seen after 5 games. A ton of positives.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and and that's my big thing is like, and I need to that. I agree with you. We need to see them against stronger teams. That's why I'm very excited to see next week because we play Brooklyn. I'm really excited to see what the outcome of that game ends up being.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild, man. That's gonna be
Because
wild.
we haven't really gone up against, like, besides maybe like Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. And mind you, the Wizards' record isn't that great, but their talent level at the guard position is very good. We haven't, but besides that, I don't. If maybe Kyle Lowry, we haven't gone up against superstar like talent at that guard position. And being that our best players are more towards like the forwards and the center, I'm very interested to see how that ends up panning out for this team.
We have this comment. I'm a Hornets fan by DJ Maccabee. I'm a Hornets fan. I can't watch the game, so I'm listening to y'all. Probably going to subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Please go follow my man Jack. We have a beat writer for the Painted Lines, Jack Duffy. Go follow him on Twitter at Jack Duffy SI. So he covers the beat for the Charlotte Hornets. Go check him out. So he puts out a ton of Charlotte Hornets stuff on Twitter. So that is definitely recommend that. Photography.
We've got a tough stretch after the Hornets. Getting the chemistry sorted and finding momentum now is gold going into that. I agree. And I mean, I think you see already some chemistry with the guys on the floor, especially between guys like Ben Simmons and Seth Curry and Tobias Harris. The fact that and I touched on this a little bit earlier, but the fact that you see Ben Simmons finding guys and the spots they want to be at more often in the past 2 games is so key to this team and so key to Ben Simmons as well.
Yep. Gosh, this is great. Great channel. You should subscribe, DJ. Thank you, Steven. Well, thanks,
Steven. We appreciate it.
The Sixers are up 12 points, but Charlotte's playing really well.
Yeah.
I think that's the other takeaways here. The Sixers just look that much better. The Sixers look so efficient with their floor spacing, getting Embiid the ball down low in good spots. They just look great. They look great. Triple double. Where we at? What? Did we do it?
I don't know. I'm going to look right now.
Hold on. Let me refresh.
I got it. Yep.
Did we hit it?
Yep. 3K. Let's go.
We did it, guys. 3K. Thank you, everybody who's watching. Just absolutely crazy to me. A lot of grind. There's so much work behind the scenes that come into this. It's just so cool. It is really, really cool. Coyle says through 3K. I wonder who that is. Mrs. Crockpot coming in with the woohoo. Dunder Dude says congratulations. Just crazy. I can't believe it. Here we are.
Yeah, how awesome is it that we hit it on the live stream too?
That's really cool, right?
How awesome is that?
You couldn't have planned it better than that. That is perfect.
Honestly,
right,
I said it earlier too. I said, listen, we're gonna hit this tonight.
No, I want more now. I want a Ben Simmons triple double and a 3K. Let's keep going. Let's keep upping the ante.
Seth Curry for another 3. I wonder how his dad is feeling right now watching his son go off like this. Like, you got to think about that too. Like, Seth Curry coming onto this team was not supposed or coming into the league, I should say, was not supposed to be what he is right now for us. And it's awesome. It's just awesome seeing a guy like him, like, really showing what he's capable of on a team like ours. And I think we knew that coming into the season that he was going to be capable of that.
God damn, Seth Curry's on fire right now. He is on fire.
Yep.
Man,
yo, this is a good question from this is a good question from Henry Hooter or Howder. Do you think Ben Simmons should score more or stay mainly as a facilitator? We talk about this a lot. It's asked a lot. We think, at least my opinion, is that Ben should just stick to what he's doing. Be that facilitator that this team needs. If we're going to be hitting 3-point shots this consistently, let Joel be super consistent down in the paint. And yes, we want Ben to get to the free throw line, but if he's capable of setting up those guys from 3 and getting them open shots, we want that even more, especially if they're going to be hitting at a 50% rate.
I mean,
I
you look at his free throw attempts. It went from 7.5 2 years ago down to 7.2 last year. Now it's at 9.4. His free throw rate has gone up from 4.61 to 6.60. He's getting to the line more. That's the storyline you should be watching regarding Ben Simmons. Not getting like 20 plus points, but getting to the line, finishing around the rim, and looking to score, getting into that paint. That's the storyline for Ben.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And thank you, Marquise. We really appreciate it. I know Dibes appreciates it. He's been here since day one.
Yeah, man.
He's the one who started all this. I appreciate Dives for letting me be a part of it. Thanks again.
Don't go back though. Don't. Some of those are my early days of doing this, and man, I was bad. I was so bad at this, and they're like really tough to watch. So I'm not doing a speech, Big Shane. I'm not doing a
speech.
I'm not doing a speech. I'm just like geeking out.
5K by All-Star break.
5K by All-Star break.
Listen, how about let's hit 5K by tomorrow?
Sure.
Good idea.
Let's go. That's great.
Congrats on 3K. Thanks, Keith. What we got here? Damn, this is another Magic game after all. See, Marquise, I wouldn't agree with you. The Hornets are playing a lot better against us right now offensively than the Magic were. So this could become a game, and I think that's why think about it in this way. The starters are still in the game right now for the Sixers, and last game against the Magic, the starters were out basically by halftime. So
right on, man. Right on.
Ben Simmons triple-double and 3K. That's beautiful, he says.
That's it, baby. Let's go. And a W. Let's get the W, too.
Yep.
Let's get the W. We're not out of the woods here yet.
Definitely not.
We're up 15 here in the halfway through the third quarter. But the Hornets I'm impressed with the Hornets a little bit. They're refusing, as good as the Sixers have been playing, they're refusing to get this like kind of out of reach. So they're playing well to keep it within arm's length.
Yo, I can't even keep up with the comments right now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, this is crazy. I like this comment. This is the Sixers I wanted to see the past 7 years. That's it. You're watching a team develop and build their own identity, and it's happening. It's happening in front of your eyes. A Sixers team is built around defense. They're built around an inside-out game between Joel Embiid and Seth Curry and a bunch of shooters. It is a joy to watch, and they have a second unit. When that second unit's clicking, we saw it in the first half. It's just a really fun team to watch. Between Tyrese Maxey and his ability to get in the paint, Shake Milton in the pick and roll, off ball, catch and shoot, Dwight Howard being just a veteran presence on and off the court. There's just so much to love about this team. It's a really fun team.
Yeah, and I think that's the craziest thing about it is or not even crazy, but that's the best thing about it is the fact that we do have this bench. Like, that's not something we've had in the past. I don't even know. Oh my God, Ben Simmons with that pass was ridiculous. Oh my God, the passing is, I love it. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting distracted by this mesmerizing basketball I'm watching that I have not seen the Sixers be able to play. Something that a lot of good teams have, and even basically every championship team you see out there, besides maybe Miami when they were winning games because they had that big three. Even Golden State when they were winning had the big three. They still had guys big pieces off the bench, Andre Iguodala and Sean Livingston. A team like this who has young guys on the starting lineup and guys who are just amazing role players for our team, like Seth Curry, Danny Green, that are getting paid a lot less than obviously our top three guys. It's just you love to see the players on this team that fit. And this is and I'm sorry, I know I'm rambling, but this is something we've been talking about for 3 years. And I know I have only been a part of the Painted Lines for only 2 months now, if I'm honest with everybody. But this team we've been wanting for the past 3 years. Surround your big man, surround Ben Simmons with shooting. And we're finally seeing that. And you love to see it. Seth Curry, I think, is 7 for 9 right now.
Seth
like
Curry is 7 of
seven
9 from the floor.
7 of 9 from the floor right now. If like talk about efficiency, man. Like, come on.
16,
Oh my God, you see this?
16. Hold on a sec.
Deshaun.
Hold on a sec. All right, wait. All right, hold on. I'm trying to count. Oh man, thank you. Dude, Tayshaun, you're the man. With Toby on a Supermax, what stats make him valuable? It's his truly, it's his 3-point shooting and his defense. They need Tobias to be a versatile defender. But first and foremost, it's him putting up shots from 3. And we've seen it over and over and over again, at least through these last 4 games. I mentioned this before. Since the opener, Tobias Harris has a 124 offensive rating, a 96 defensive rating. He's shooting 11-20 from 3-point range in that 4-game stretch. I'm going to add it to what he's shooting now, which is 4 for 6. So 15 of 26. So you do the math. That's well over 50%.
Yeah.
So if Toby's hitting, and I don't know about you, man, but I just see a much more decisive and confident Tobias Harris. Like this guy seems to know his role on offense. He knows his role on defense. Tobias Harris has been just a force offensively. You look at his offensive rating over the last stretch, man. Like if that's what Tobias can give you, 20 plus points, that's what you need. That's all you need.
Yeah. Something else I want to explain to Sean real quick is that Toby actually is not on a supermax contract. He's on a max contract. So he's making, what was it 185, I think was his deal. So a supermax contract is actually a hell of a lot more than that. It's like 220 something. So he's making a max contract, not a supermax. So I just want to make sure that's clear for you, bud. And but I personally, I think if he's playing the way he is right now, I think easily he's living up to his contract. If he's being efficient, if he's being consistent, I think that's the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing with contracts with players is consistency. If you're making the kind of money if you're making the kind of money he is, usually those guys are plus 20-point scorers and they're consistently plus 20-point scorers. Something that has had a hard time with the Sixers is that he's kind of flaky from scoring that like 13 to like 20. That's been his, and like every once in a while he'll have that 20 to 25 to 30-point game. Something that I think the Sixers fans want to see from him is you want to see him consistently with that 18 to 24 range of scoring and on a consistent, efficient basis. And that's what his next step is. And I mean, that's what you're seeing from him a lot more in the past few games. Yeah. We'll see if he can stay consistent with that. But if he is, to me, he's easily playing up to his contract.
I'm telling you, man, if Seth Curry and Danny Green and Tobias Harris are locked in from 3 this year, there's just so many. I mean, that's the recipe for getting Joel Embiid an MVP. That's the recipe of getting Joel Embiid an All-NBA team. You look at the Sixers starters. In the 4 wins, the Sixers starters are shooting 40% plus from 3. Tonight, there are 11 of 18. The Sixers starters are shooting 11 of 18 from 3 this game. It's just what a difference a year makes. Doc Rivers, Daryl Morey deserves so much credit.
Tyrese Maxey, look, smart pass by Joel Embiid to the opposite corner where Tyrese Maxey is at the 3-point line. On the closeout, attacks it, goes in and gets an open floater. That's something that this team is missing on a lot from the perimeter, is somebody who can, from the outside, be a threat to knock down a shot, but then also be able to close, also be able to attack a closeout. And that's something you don't see with a guy like Furkan on the court off the bench. So I think that's why more than anything, people are so interested to see what this kid can become.
There's a lot of people saying that we need to slow down Terry Rozier and all that kind of stuff. That is like the main takeaway is that the Charlotte Hornets are playing really good basketball. And it's just that the Sixers are just, especially offensively, are just on a different level right now.
Yeah, defensively, we're definitely not playing as well. Or, I mean, maybe it's just the fact that they're making – oh, wow, I said Lonzo. LaMelo just stole it out of Embiid's hands and went up and shot a 3 and missed. Oh, nice dribbling. Come on, Shake. Come on, Shake, hit that.
Yeah, where are we at with the voting on our nickname here?
I'm going to go look right now. It's a good question. Sorry, I'm so into this game right now and in these comments. Guys.
Come on, Tyrese.
Um,
Get it, shake.
let me look real quick.
Short.
By the way, if you haven't already, please go follow the Painted Lines on Twitter. We put polls out all the time, information out all the time about NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, all kinds of different sports. So go on there, follow us. We really love to have you. Right now, Mad Max is at 52% and Supermax is at 48%. It's real close.
I've got 78% Mad Max.
Well, listen.
So we have polls
I
going.
really like that Supermax one.
I like the Maximus Prime one as a hardcore.
That is pretty nice.
I grew up watching 90s cartoons, and so I grew up. Transformers are like in my blood, so that is terrific. All right, I'm gonna make a drink. I'll be back.
Have fun. I'll hold it down. What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. How are you guys? Are you guys having fun watching this game? I mean, I know I am, with considering the statistics they're shooting right now, and I mean, defensively they're not playing terrible, but they're definitely not playing as well as they typically do. I mean, the fact that Charlotte has 11 steals, and I haven't even noticed that, if I'm honest with you, is insane. Something the Sixers have to be a little bit better about right now is being a little bit more careful on turning the ball over. They already have 13 turnovers in the third quarter, and they definitely had 14 through for the whole game yesterday. So that could be a big difference on what's happening right now with the game. See, there's another turnover right now. So yeah, right now the Sixers have 14 turnovers, and they had 14 turnovers at the end of the game yesterday, or 2 days ago. So I'm interested to see what happens in the fourth and how Doc adjusts. I think they just overturned it, actually. Maybe they did. Oh yeah, they did. They just overturned the turnover. Now they have 13 again. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Mad Max Floater Road. Oh, that's so funny. I need to watch that movie again, man. That is such a great film. Great film. Mad Max Fury Road. It's terrific.
Trying to watch the game a little bit more now so I can get a little bit more analysis going. Come on, get there. Off. Lob. Oh, come on, guys. What are we doing?
Dude, that was an ugly pass by Tobias Harris. Yeah, they can sit on this lead here. Sixers are playing really well. I mean, they're going to hit the 100 threshold here in the third quarter. This deflection by Tobias Harris. Oh, come on, man! I needed that alley-oop, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Come on, that sucks. I'll tell you what, Charlotte's hitting from 3-2. What's their percentage right now? Charlotte is 37% from 3, and that's not bad at all. I mean, Sixers are 53%, which is insane. But
they were like 20% in the first half.
The problem is our turnovers right now. Our turnovers are, I think we have like 16 turnovers now with that one that just happened. We're either at 15 or 16, and that's really the big issue. But one thing you're seeing is that all the turnovers right now, we have 10 turnovers this quarter. Like, that's why this lead has been going down the way it is right now. They'll pick it up. The starters are also off the floor right now, so that has to do with it. Some of it, I would assume.
Come on,
Shake Milton with a nice drive on right at LaMelo Ball for the score. 101-88 Charlotte right now. I would say Dwight Howard is doing a better job, in my opinion, from what I can see, on not fouling as much. Like, he's being aggressive on closing out and making sure he's covering shots, but he's not jumping as much, which you love to see. Yeah, look.
I need my credit. Marky, was it you who made that nickname? That's awesome. I love that. Is such a cool name. Oh my gosh, Dwight! Thought we were going to see an epic slam there. He lost control of it going up. We have a lot of lovers of the Mad Max nickname for Tyrese Maxey. I'm good with that. I'm 100% good with that.
I still think Supermax is a good one.
That's great. It's great. All right.
Yo, the fact that Dwight Howard right now is his average, I mean his field goal percentage on the season is 76.
That's awesome.
I mean, he's only got he's got like 6 points per game right now. But like 70-something% from the field is insane.
4 out of the 5 games he's been under 100 defensive rating. The guy's just the rock. He really is the rock of this team, I think. You know,
Yeah.
everyone praises Joel Embiid, and of course he's way more important than Dwight Howard. But Dwight Howard, man, when you saw that game, what was that, the Cavs game, when no Joel Embiid and Dwight Howard got into foul trouble, like the Sixers had no answer for the Cavs.
Yeah.
Dwight just is a presence defensively, and his ability to roll to the basket in the pick and roll with Shake and Tyrese is so underrated. It is a massive part of this offense.
Yo, 14 seconds left in the game. Shake has the ball, and he just makes a real nice move to get a little bucket, like a little sky hook.
Woo! Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Are you kidding?
And Lonzo, gosh dang it. LaMelo Ball comes down to the other end of the court. I don't think he got the shot off in time. What do you guys think?
I need to rewatch it. I just saw it. We have a shake and bake. Shake
I
it
like
up.
that one.
Nice shake. Yeah, it's no good. No question. It's no good. Hi.
I say hi.
Hi.
This is my little brother Matthew, everybody.
What's up, Matthew?
Hey.
What's up, dude?
Hi.
All
I was
Alright.
watching the game.
Yeah. He's sitting on the couch next to me, over in the chair watching.
What are your thoughts on the Sixers so far?
Doing pretty good.
Okay, talk,
Isn't it like 104 or something?
what is it?
Sixers are up 104-90 heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so pretty good. Pretty good.
I don't know.
I mean, they have 100 points going into the third quarter, so you can't be too mad at that one. Can't be too mad at that. Anytime you're scoring 100 points before you even get to the fourth, you got to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, offensively is the storyline of this game. 104 points. I want to look back at what their numbers are here. They put up 31 points in the third quarter. Where are we at with season totals? That is the highest third quarter total on the season. That's the most amount of points the Sixers have scored in the third quarter. You just saw. So
Yeah, I mean, I will say that is also probably the most amount of turnovers they've had in the third quarter as well. So that's something they really need to work on right there. The fact that I think we had almost it was either like 11 or 12 turnovers just in the third. That's pretty bad. So they got to definitely work on that. But I think this game is even more so like a lead on us, a lead on our part if we don't have that many. What's going on?
He says, "Is your TV still in the first quarter?"
His game actually hasn't started yet. His game will be starting in the next 20 minutes.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah. So Dunner Dude says Sixers first time in 100 range going into the fourth. Is that true? If so, that's pretty cool.
I think so. That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not going to do that math right now.
The Hornets right now are playing a full court press on the Sixers. We'll see how that affects them. I think this is the first time a team has done that to them all season. So I'm interested to see how we react to that.
I like this comment. We won't be long to hearing Mark Zumoff say, and another flavor for Mad Max. I think we need to make that a hashtag or something. What do you guys think? Should we make it a hashtag?
Mad Max?
Mad Max and just start pumping Tyrese Maxey content. with
I
Mad.
don't think that's a bad idea. Although we should trademark it. We could say the painted lines gave Mad Max Maxi his nickname.
Oh shit!
So yeah, Coil. This is indeed Coil. This is indeed the pregame show for Dives only. I actually am. I'm actually doing a play-by-play analysis of this, but Dives is still in the pregame show.
That's terrific. Look at Tyrese Maxey is very likely to eclipse his most minutes of the season. The most minutes he's played was 21 minutes, and he's already in the quarter right now, and he's got over 15. So you're looking at a game with the most Mad Max minutes on the season.
And I think that's to be expected. I mean, when you don't have Furkan Korkmaz, when you don't have Mike Scott, guys like that who are a little bit higher on the bench rotation minutes are going to get a little bit more run. I'm interested to see who, like obviously Harris is going to get more minutes today just at that power forward spot. But when Harris is off the floor, is Ben running that power forward spot this game? It seems like it because they definitely have had more guys that are guards out there for longer minutes. So it wouldn't surprise me if Ben is sticking to that 4-man spot a little bit more.
I didn't like Tobias Harris passing away when he had Gordon Hayward on him there in the paint. Like Tobias needs to take Gordon Hayward, man. That was kind of.
How big is Gordon Hayward? Because aren't they pretty close to the same size?
Yeah, but Tobias Harris can body Gordon Hayward.
I don't know. Gordon Hayward's kind of strong.
You think so?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Gordon Hayward's like 220 something, and he's like 6'6", 6'7", and Tobias is pretty much the same. So it doesn't really surprise me much. I'll look it up real quick just to make sure I'm not giving you false information here.
Tim Bruce says,
How big is Gordon Hayward?
Do you think Tobias or Seth Curry could be all-stars this year? I mean, Seth Curry could be in the three-point contest, 100%.
So yeah, Gordon Hayward is 6'6", 212. So I mean, how big is Tobias Harris?
He's got to be 6'8", 6'9".
So Tobias is listed at 6'9", but he's not 6'9". When they've come out with measurements, it's shown that he's like 6'7". So he's 6'7". I believe he probably is around 230. So he's got about 15 pounds on Gordon, but they're around the same height. So I don't know. Gordon looks a little bit beefier than him, in my opinion. Tobias is a little bit more slight in some ways, which is weird because I used to think Tobias was a little bit more on the like Nikola Jokic's side than he is the Dwight Howard side, if you know what I mean by that.
What would you predict where Tobias ranks in defensive rating across the NBA so far? Where do you think he would be
right now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, wait, sorry. Are you saying predict like what he's gonna be throughout?
What is he right now? Like what is his ranking?
I mean, based on what I've seen early season, he's played really good defense, so I'm gonna say he's probably pretty high. Like he's probably up there. What is he?
He's 7th. He has the 7th best.
Wow. I didn't expect that high.
The Sixers have 4 players in the top 10 in defensive rating. That's how good. They're the number 1 defensive efficiency team in the NBA. They're across the board, like putting up these crazy defensive stats.
Yeah.
So I think I'm pretty sure Tobias Harris was an all-star under Doc Rivers with the Clippers.
He was not. He was a fringe all-star player. So he just missed it, and a lot of people actually said that was the year that we traded for him. When he was averaging 20 points, that a lot of people said that if he was on a better team, he easily would have been an all-star.
I mean, you look at his defensive rating, you look at his current shooting, you look at his shooting when he was with Doc Rivers with the Clippers, well over 40%. There's a chance. I need to look at who else is going to make it, but I would say there's a chance.
I mean, I agree.
Dives pregame and Justin postgame. Do you think Coyle goes? Do you think Thibault's getting minutes for trade purpose? No, Furkan Korkmaz is out, and Mike Scott are both out. So that's the biggest reason for that. Thibault's
Get
getting,
with it. Get with the program, man. You know this.
and to be fair, Matisse played excellent versus the Orlando Magic. Excellent. So all good stuff. All
He's
good.
not having a bad game either today. I mean, he's definitely like the biggest issue right now is our turnovers. That's the only reason why this game is close.
This is the one drawback of doing this when I'm like trying to like look up stats, watch the game, address the comments. Did I miss a Tyrese Maxey floater?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm doing
Shit.
it's probably. We probably both missed it.
I totally missed it. I love the floater for Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
Maxey's up to 9 points in 18 minutes. He has 2 boards, 2 assists, a steal, only 1 turnover, and 4 from 8 from the floor. What do you think of Maxey's performance so far, guys? Let us know in the comments. I love Tyrese Maxey. We've been gushing about him for quite some time. We love his ability to get downhill, attack, penetrate, and just put pressure on the defense. They haven't had a guy like that in quite some time. So I think Maxey is the kind of guy that you're going to see his minutes increase incrementally, gradually as the season progresses.
And a big thing I mentioned earlier is, like you mentioned, is attacking closeouts. And that is something that a lot of the 3-point shooters that we've had in the past on this team, and the 3-point shooters that we have on the team last year, even in Furkan Korkmaz, because like Shake didn't even really play that much last year for us, besides the playoffs and closer to the end of the season. Having a guy like Tyrese who we think can get even better get better from the 3-point perimeter range, and then also has the ability to attack those closeouts like Shake Milton can do as well, it seems like, but Tyrese even more so with that quick step. It's just you love to see that kind of stuff. Furkan isn't as good at that. Matisse isn't as good at that, and neither was JJ when he was here. So you love to see guys who can be consistent from the outside that can also close in, or close in. That's not the right words.
Close out.
No, attack and close out is what I'm looking for there.
I like this by Jonathan Velasquez. Says Shake Milton or Seth Curry for the 3-point contest. Why can't we have both? Why can't we have our own version of Curry versus Clay and just do that again?
Speaking of Shake Milton for 3.
Go.
Score is 113-100. Philly going in with 8 minutes left in the game. You gotta love it.
Oh, gosh. God. Just wide open. Like no one within 5 feet of Shake Milton.
Yep. But that's the thing, and that's the thing is like it's ridiculous the amount of open shots this team gets. And that's what you have when you have those 2 big guys in the paint. But I will say something that I think about a little bit is this team going to get as open as the year goes on if people are able to figure out what they're doing? Because like we said, this team is like we said before, this team is completely new. A new offensive scheme, new players. Defenses don't really know how to attack them yet on the defensive end. So it's interesting to think about that and to think, how are they going to look as the season goes on? Is this going to be a sustainable offense? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Tayshaun says the Hornets are no joke this year. That is like my main takeaway from this, is the Hornets are playing great basketball. They're playing really tough, and the Sixers are just that much better. But what was the question? I forgot.
No, I was saying, like, do you think this offense is going to be sustainable even with like the fact like?
No, you go and look at Joel Embiid's path to success, and that is post-ups. If you get Joel Embiid 15 or more post-ups, the Sixers win percentage is dramatically great. I don't want to go follow my man Brock Landis. He wrote out that tweet, that stat. But I think that's what is so impressive about this offense, the inside-out offense of giving the ball to Embiid and just have so much separation. I don't think you can stop that. I don't think you can stop that. Justin, you're making me worried.
No, it got better. It's okay. Ben turned the ball over, trying to get it to Tobias because Tobias bobbled it, and then Like we're just starting to look a little bit more sloppy on the offensive end right now. And we have 18 turnovers right now. So being that 18 turnovers isn't even what you really want at the end of a game, and we have 18 turnovers when there's 6 minutes left, it's just not really what you want. But I will say we are playing good defense. Like that steal from Ben Simmons right there. Let me know when you see that. But
I saw it.
yeah, that steal, the amount of like quick like hand-to-eye coordination right there is ridiculous. Like it was a really short, hard pass right to the corner, and he just stuck one hand out and just grabbed it real quick. Like that's you love to see that stuff.
And my point is, like, just then, like, you saw Seth Curry make an entry pass to Joel Embiid within 3 to 5 feet under the basket. How many times did that happen last year? Barely any.
Rarely. And I will say that's something that Doc said he wants to get Joel doing more often in games, because it's something you don't see him do enough. It's such an efficient part of the court for him, obviously, being that he's 7 foot tall, like 280 pounds. Like him getting that close to the basket already is a walking bucket. He's either getting fouled or he's making the shot, or both.
Yeah.
So that kind of shot attempt for him is going to be so key for him throughout his career when it comes to staying healthy as well, in my opinion.
So to answer your question, like, will defenses adjust? Like, I don't think there's a way for NBA defense to adjust. If you have Embiid getting the ball in the paint in good spots, right in that 5 foot range within the basket, that means Embiid's getting to the free throw line. If Embiid's living at the free throw line, that means the Sixers are going to win a lot of basketball games. That is a fact.
Yeah. I think more or less what I'm questioning more than anything is, are we going to be able to get this kind of open shots? It's not as much about Embiid when he gets close to the rim, because we've seen in almost every year that he is capable of doing that if he is willing to get down there just about every time. But obviously that's not sustainable for a whole game. He's going to be tired out of his mind by the end of the first quarter if you're doing that every possession. Do you think that they're going to be able to get this kind of open threes throughout the season? Because like you said, Shake Milton has got people not even 5 feet close to him. Do you think players will adjust to teams will adjust to that kind of thing?
Like I said, if teams are forced to single coverage and be down low and play tight perimeter defense, I think that's a win-win scenario for the Sixers.
No, I agree.
So I don't think so. I think it's only going to not get better, because I don't know if we've seen the best of the best so far. We did see it versus the Magic, and we're seeing it tonight, offensively speaking. But anyway, what just happened with Embiid getting attacked? So, by the way,
so Embiid elbowed a guy underneath the rim when he was going backwards. I think it was McDaniels.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like a bad elbow. He just kind of shoved him back with it. So they gave him a tech right there. And I'm not sure if the tech was on that or if it was on him like talking at all. Obviously, I don't have my sound on, but I would assume, because they went back to review it, that the tech was on the play. What a play by Seth Curry right here.
I just want to say thank you, Dunder Dude. Have a great night, dude. Later on, bro. See you next time.
Later, buddy. We appreciate you being a consistent member. Consistent fan.
Steal by Seth Curry. And gets the ball. Let's go.
Gotta love it.
This little strip. Seth Curry's kind of had some timely strips this season.
He really has, and I keep talking about him whenever we do post games and whenever we're talking about the game in general, is that he's been very impressive to me on the offensive end of on the offense and defensive end of the ball. That he hasn't just been a slouch on defense; like he's really playing.
Sixers up 10 with 6 minutes remaining here, at least on my end. Nice defense by Toby, forces a miss.
Good offense by Ben under the rim right here. Oh, Toby with the block on Bismack Biyombo going up for a dunk.
What did I just say?
Oh my God. Talk to him, Ben. Talk to him. Yeah, Ben, you better not do him like that. Come on. And you want to trade Ben Simmons. You're out of your goddamn mind. Come on.
Oh, Tobias, that was nasty.
You're out of your goddamn mind if you think trading
That's
Ben
Sixers
Simmons is smart.
basketball. Let's go, baby. That is Sixers basketball. The block, the fast break, the alley-oop, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Tobias Harris, defense into offense. That's what we've been saying for pretty much this entire podcast. Where are we at with fast break points?
Right now, fast break points, we have
It only says 23, so that third quarter really was brutal.
we have 25 actually. Charlotte has 23.
Okay.
But like biggest takeaway for me right now, Ben Simmons being a little bit more aggressive, not only on the defensive end, but on the offensive end as well. He got right under the rim on the play before the block by Tobias Harris and got a nice little, to me, it looked like an and one. And then the very next play, running the court with Seth Curry. Seth Curry, not just a sniper from behind the arc, also a very good facilitator, underrated facilitator, in my opinion, who throws a real nice lob for Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, 15 points, 6 for 8 from the field, 1 block, 1 steal, 11 assists with 8 rebounds. And you want to trade him. What is wrong with you? Come on, fans. Like, I don't understand it.
And just playing excellent defense. A lot of people are commenting, get those 2 boards. We want to get that trip dub. Matthew says Sixers are looking good. I agree. The Sixers offense has been really, really strong today, especially the spacing. The shots are falling. The shots are falling, especially from this starting lineup. You look at Tobias Harris, 4 of 7 from 3. Embiid, 1 of 2. Danny Green, 3 of 6. Seth Curry, 3 of 5. Like, the Sixers are going to be a really tough team to beat if they can provide that kind of shooting and play this level of defense. I don't want to like get ahead of myself and say something I'm going to regret, but there's a lot to like right now. Philly B says, is about to scream Happy New Year any minute, still in 2020. Man, I'm getting buried today.
Yep. Yo, look at this. This is a great comment from Jonathan Velasquez. Let me know if I'm saying that right, Jonathan. Jonathan Velasquez. Let me know. Hornets only scored 3 points since Simmons and Joel came back in. And you notice that the defensive presence by the rim is a lot better. And when guys like that are back in there, guys on the perimeter are able to be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah.
As I say that, Danny Green's aggressiveness becomes a little bit too much, and he fouls Terry Rozier out for a 3-point shot.
That's a great observation, Jonathan. Awesome stuff.
Yep. 4-point play coming right. Oh, he didn't even touch him. Are you serious? Yo, that's some BS
that's
right there.
I just saw it.
Did you see the replay?
Yeah, not the replay. That was
That's
terrible.
the replay. I don't even think I literally don't even think he touched him. That's terrible. If they actually have Sixers fans in that building right now, they're going ballistic off that call.
I wonder what the Sixers are doing right now.
I wonder what Jason's doing right now.
I know. Just chilling.
By the way, if anybody who's new here doesn't know, we have a guy, Jason Blevins, who's on the ground right now in Wells Fargo Center in the Sixers Stadium doing media for us there. So that's who we're referring to when we talk about Jason Blevins.
Yep. He may be joining the post game. You never know with Jason.
Yeah. Also, we have the famous Tiago joining the post game for sure. We know that. Do we know of anybody else who's coming in with us?
You never know.
It might be. Is Rob coming in? Because usually he's a big front runner. Normally he comes in at the end of W.
Voice of the People, I think, is out tonight. He's got family stuff. I'm pretty sure he made a comment a long time ago, like yesterday. Just said, hey, by the way, I can't do it.
Gotcha.
That's what happens when you have kids, man. That's what happens.
Oh, Chris. Did they give him the foul? Because there's no way, right? No way. It literally doesn't look like he hit him at all.
I will say, though, when Rob joined the postgame last time,
Yeah,
That wasn't expected. He just joined. So you never know.
that's true. I think they took guys, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Did they take that foul away? It looks like they did, but let me know.
Nice. Very nice.
I think they did.
So I have Sixers 117 to 106. Is that what you have?
I have the score is not on 117-106.
All right. By the way, I'm looking pretty good with that Tobias Harris pick for player of the game, by the way.
Oh yeah, you are.
I did pretty well.
Oh yeah, you are. What's he got right now?
I love his defense tonight too.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's been more aggressive on the defense all season this year, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yo, Danny Green. Yo, I love it. Danny Green's temperament is like my favorite. Like he's just that chill guy who just plays hard. And I love it. It's amazing. You're gonna like this play right after Green gets
Get in.
fouled.
Less.
LaMelo comes in with the 3-point the foul and the 3-pointer. Danny can't even hit a free throw. Come on, bro.
All right, baby. Let's go.
I didn't realize Danny's actually 4 for 7 this game, 3 for 6 from 3.
Marquis says Tobias is finally living up to that contract. Thank you, Doc Rivers. Thank you, Doc Rivers. Thank you, Daryl Morey. You definitely have seen just an injection of life into Tobias Harris over these last few weeks, and really his usage rate. You're seeing Tobias get more usage, more so than Ben Simmons on offense. So maybe that's the key to unlocking Tobias Harris.
Maybe. Oh my God, Terry Rozier is going off from the perimeter right now.
Like I said, this is a game that the Sixers would 100% lost last year. They have a lot of turnovers tonight, but they probably would have doubled that with like 20 plus.
But giving it to Joel down low. Oh, Joel's still cooking. I don't even remember the last time he took a shot, but he just hit a nice killer mid-range shot.
Yeah, I have YouTube TV, dude. I have YouTube TV. I'm like a good 30 seconds behind Justin. It is what it is. It is what it is. Get in.
Good defense from Joel on Bismack.
Joel, buckets.
Oh, yeah, Ben.
Joel, buckets. Let's go.
Oh, come on. Take him, Ben. Take him, Ben.
Thomas Hamilton says, first time listening. You guys got a future. Keep up the good work. Dude, thank you. Thanks for listening, man. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Yeah, Joel and Tobias right here off not on the right page. That'll come as the season goes along. A nice idea from Joel though.
You got LaMelo Ball. Oh, Joel misses a wide open Tobias Harris underneath the basket.
I think he thought he was going to go for the oop.
It'll happen.
Yeah, Ben. Good deep. What? Did they really call a foul right there? Okay, maybe I'm just dumb because he's not contesting it, but it did not look like a foul on my screen. Then again, like I'm kind of blocked on my TV a little bit. Where's the foul?
Oh, that was all ball.
It might have been a little bit of hand, but like it didn't seem like it. This game feels a lot like a bigger like score difference than it actually is.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the Hornets tonight.
Yeah, me too.
If they play like this, they're a lot better than I expected.
No, I agree. I mean, I think tonight they're also hitting their shots a lot more than like typically a team would. I mean, they're hitting 39% from 3, and I'm gonna seriously doubt that they consistently hit that consistent from the outside.
When's the last time the Sixers on defensively gave up 39% from 3 and won by like double digits?
I could not tell you.
I guarantee you,
Good drive from Steph Curry. I will say it doesn't help the Sixers are shooting only 70% from the free throw line, We're 17 for 24, which isn't terrible because, I mean, that's a lot of free throws. But when you have a team that has this many good shooters and this many guys that play close to the rim, you want to see them shooting a little bit better from the free throw line.
God, I am like just head over heels.
Pass.
Seth Curry's floater runner is just a thing of beauty, man. My goodness.
Oh. Dude, we missed 2 wide open 3-point shots just now. I mean, they were good shots, so I'm not mad at it either way, but like good steal from Toby. Running down the court against Gordon Hayward. Goes up with the layup. That was an and one.
Wow, Shake and Seth Curry missed wide open threes. That's funny. That's like the exact opposite of what we've been seeing the last, 8 quarters.
No, I agree. Toby just a good drive on Gordon Hayward just now. The score from a timeout from the Hornets. Score is 125 to 110. This game is just about over. Guys,
let's go.
This Sixers team, man.
Play that music. Play that music.
This Sixers team, man.
This is good, man. This is a good basketball team. This
It's amazing.
is a good basketball team. Just beyond impressed.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. This might be early.
Don't say it, man. Don't say it.
This might be a little bit early because the game is not over yet. But like, come on.
Arturo.
Guys, listen.
There it is. Cue the piano and violin, girls. Man, do you love basketball? Absolutely. This is Sixers basketball. The defense wasn't what it was this season, but man, you're looking at a 15-point lead with 2 minutes remaining versus the Hornets. The offense was terrific. The storyline of the Sixers season has been defense. The storyline of tonight, offense, man. It is just a thing of beauty when you see the floor spacing, you see Joel Embiid thriving under the basket. Tobias Harris is freaking back. And it's a thing of beauty.
Dude, I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. Watching, like, basketball that makes sense on a team that makes sense. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons just got a rebound. I don't know if that's a triple-double right there.
Did he get it? Did he get it?
He did. I think he did.
Did Ben? Yeah, on my end, he's got a triple. Let's go.
I think Ben got a triple-double. Tobias has gotten a lot of rebounds. How many? He's easily got a double-double, right, Toby?
I'm looking at 24, 9, and 6, and 4. Oh, my God. Tobias Harris's stat line is absolutely crazy. And speaking of crazy, we got my man T. Scabby on Twitter. What's up, Tiago?
Yo, and he's got the fresh cut right here. You see that?
There you go. How are you guys doing? This is awesome, man. This looks good.
Yeah, we're loving it tonight, man. We hit 3K subscribers tonight.
Awesome.
So that was awesome. We've got a Ben Simmons triple-double. We've got a Sixers W in the works. Just so many things. So many things to love about this team. What?
That's a good night. That's a good night.
That is definitely a good night.
Ben Simmons triple-double and that. You can't ask for a better night.
Yo, what a game. What a game.
Steven's coming up large tonight.
Oh, my goodness. Guys, if you have not already, while you're here, please like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Painted Lines, on YouTube and all social media platforms. Go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere.
Steven's coming in for a landing.
Oh, my Lord.
You guys are crushing over there, man. You guys doing these live streams. It's crazy.
He's turning garbage into gold tonight. No, I don't want to take that one back.
Oh my lord. Ben Simmons with another rebound. Gotta love it.
Insane, man. Insane.
Man, I don't even know. This is some of the best offense I've seen these last 2 days, last 2 games.
The ball is moving, guys. The ball is moving.
And guys know their spots. Guys know their roles, the floor spacing, the open looks.
Yeah.
It just looks like, I don't know, you're the numbers guy, Thiago. Like efficiency-wise, like we all talk about the defensive efficiency, but like the Magic game and this game, I'm really excited to see how efficient this offense is. It looks terrific.
Yeah. I mean, one way we can look at it is just like how many open looks they have. And the NBA, they track that. So we'll be able to tell like how many open looks they're getting. And just from watching the game, it's a lot. They're getting a ton of open looks, which is it's a big deal. So. Yeah.
Oh, baby, let's get this post game rolling. Let's go. Man, Sixers are going to move 5-1 on the season. Your first place Philadelphia 76ers are going to move to 5-1 on the season with a very impressive beatdown on the Charlotte Hornets. We're going to start our post-game show very moment. Starting now? I say we do it now.
Why not? Let's go for it.
Let's do it. All right, I'm going to hit the music.
See you on the other side. Stick around, guys. We're going to do a quick intro, and then we'll go right into the post game. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Yep, here we go. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dives, Mr. Crackbot on Twitter. Welcome to our Sixers versus Hornets post-game show. Today, we're going to talk about our top takeaways, announce a player of the game, grade the team, and just talk about what it means moving forward. Just want to say thank you to everyone that stuck with us all game long during our watch party. Let's get it started. Joining us tonight is my man, Justin. Follow him on Twitter at J_Persecony. What's going on, man?
What is going on? Listen, an amazing game. I'm happy that I got to be here the whole time. Thank you guys for sticking with us. We had a consistent group of like 40 to 50 people the whole show. Really appreciate it. Go Sixers. What a game.
Yes, sir. And also joining us tonight is my man, Thiago. Please give him a follow on Twitter. Check out at T-Scabbia. Check out all of his amazing NBA content, Sixers content at thepaidlines.com. Thiago, what's up, my man?
First of all, like, I don't know how you guys do it, man. You guys are crushing these live streams. It's insane. I'm over here, like, jumping around, jumping up and down, like, dropping F-bombs.
Oh, don't worry. I'm doing that, too. Don't you worry. I'm jumping up around.
Right.
Like, listen, you can come on here with us and jump around with us, Tiago.
Yeah. I know. No, this is awesome.
It's awesome. I think what's so amazing about it is, like, we go from the Eagles to this, and this is just such a breath of fresh air. Daryl Morey, Doc Rivers deserve a ton of credit for what we're seeing. And let's get into this game. The Sixers took down the Charlotte Hornets 127-112. Your number one team in the Eastern Conference tie. 5-1 Sixers. It's just, there's so many storylines to talk about in this game. The floor spacing, the efficiency on offense. The number one story so far this season has been defense. They're the number one defensive efficiency team in the NBA. Not tonight. And I think like one of the main takeaways from this game was I was actually really excited or really impressed by the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets shot 37% from three, yet the Sixers still beat them by double digits. When's the last time that happened? Let's lead us off, Thiago. What was one of your main takes?
I mean, there's a lot to take away from this. Like, Charlotte is a sneaky good defensive team. They came into the game as a top 10 defense. You wouldn't be able to tell from tonight. I mean, the Sixers got whatever they wanted at any moment they wanted and any time that they wanted. And that's a big deal. We talked about this. The Sixers' ability to get open shots, particularly at the three-point line, is turning into the early storyline of the season. Like, if you watch Danny Green, if you watch Seth Curry, these guys are getting wide open looks, whether in the corner or on the wing, it doesn't matter. And it starts with the way that they're moving the ball. It's something that we have not seen in over 2 years with this team. So for me, again, it goes back to what we saw in Orlando. It's the ball movement. It's the ability to create open shots. And guys are starting to hit shots. You know, Tobias, Seth, Danny Green, these guys can hit shots, man. And you're starting to see what happens when they do. So
yeah, you look at the starting lineup, 5, 8, 11. The starting lineup was like 11 of 12, 14, 21, 11 of 21 from 3-point range. Justin, what was your main take of this game?
Well, my main take is Tobias Harris, because damn is he playing so well. Not even just this game, but the past 3 games. Oh, but I also want to touch on the Hornets. The Hornets defense is no joke. And yes, they're sneaky good, top 10 defense in the league. But I'll tell you what, you say the Sixers could take whatever they wanted. Sometimes they did make it a little hard. I mean, they had 15 steals on the Sixers this game. The Sixers had 21 turnovers, I believe it was. And that's last time we had almost that many turnovers, we lost. So it's the fact that we were able to overcome that amount of turnovers and still get away with this win, I think is immaculate and just shows how good offensively and defensively this team played, even with those 21 turnovers. I mean, you guys already touched on it. The fact that we shot 45% from 3 this game is crazy. When's the last time we saw the Sixers shooting that well from the perimeter besides last game? I'm talking about last season, the year before that. The fact that we have this many shooters that are capable of hitting at this high of a percentage on the court is insane to think about. And it's just great after the past 3 years of us wanting this kind of shooting around Joel and Ben.
In the 5 wins, the Sixers starters are shooting 40 of 93 from the floor. In their 5 wins, 40 of 93, that's 43% from 3. When Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry, all those guys are providing spacing for Ben and Joel, it is really kind of exciting to think about what this team can become as they get ready for the playoffs. Sorry, Tiago.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, so, we always talked about what Ben Simmons brings to the offense, right? He's not a 20-point scorer. He's not a 30-point scorer. But what does he bring to the offense? And guys, you're seeing it. I mean, it's open looks everywhere. So how many assists did Ben Simmons finish with tonight? I think it was 10, 11.
I'll tell you real quick. Ben Simmons finished with 15 points, 11 assists, and 12 rebounds on a very high percentage of 6 for 9 from shooting, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 for 5 from the free throw line, plus 11.
And that's exactly it. Like, he's not going to impact the scoreboard from the point standpoint, but I mean, the ability to drive and kick and to draw attention, it's not many teams have that type of player on their offense. And you're starting to see how having shooters around Embiid and Simmons helps this offense. I mean, you're really starting to see that tonight and in Orlando game primarily. So,
and with that, if I may, I'd like to touch on Ben Simmons and not even just Ben Simmons when it comes to assists and driving and kicking out. But the better this team looks so good passing out, with passing lanes. Something you saw in the first few games was people just didn't know where they were supposed to be at times, and honestly, Joel and Ben didn't know where those guys were gonna be or where they were supposed to be either. Something you've seen the past 2 games is Ben is having an easier time finding where those guys are going to be on the floor. With the amount he's finding Seth Curry open, with the amount he's finding Danny Green, Shake Milton, everybody, honestly, even Matisse, we're finding guys a lot easier and getting the passes to exactly where they are
right.
A lot better. That's resulting in better 3-point percentages. People don't have to readjust their shot. They can just catch it and go right up with it. And I can only imagine as the year goes on how that's going to play out.
Yeah, so and I'm just I'm looking at this box score, and it's so funny. Like, if you were to tell me that the Charlotte Hornets would shoot 37% from 3, the Sixers would have 21 turnovers, and the Sixers win by, I don't know what, double digits. That is just a crazy kind of concept of what we've kind of been used to watching from the Sixers these last 2 years. Let's roll into player of the game. Go ahead, Justin.
Since I already know who your player is going to be, I'm going to go with Seth Curry. Seth Curry, man, dude, I can't. And honestly, I've been talking about this guy for the past almost every game on how much he has impressed me. Because coming into the season, a lot of people in the Sixers fan base thought he was just going to be a guy that could stand on the perimeter, a guy that could be the next JJ Redick. And we kept saying, dude, before the season started, he can do so much more than that. Something you see from him is he can not only catch and shoot threes from a higher than 50%, 50% from behind the line. He can also get to the basket, get his floater game going. He can facilitate other players like he did Ben Simmons on a massively nice alley-oop finish. He can also defend a little bit. And that's something that's kind of surprised me. Something I did not expect is him to have a block and a steal tonight. And now he's had a steal almost every single game. The block, obviously, I would never expect. He's barely 6 foot tall, but still, it's one of those things where those happy surprises that a guy like that coming into our team, making $9 million for the next 3 years, is going to have this big of an impact, scoring 21 points tonight, 6 assists, 8 for 11 from the field, and shooting 50% from three, 100% from the line, plus 13. Gotta love it.
There was a sequence in that like fourth quarter, I believe. The last 8 quarters of Sixers basketball had there was a sequence in this fourth quarter where Seth Curry and Shake Milton both got wide open looks and they both missed it, and it was like an awkward feeling. That's how good it's been. That's how good it's been. What about you, Tiago? Who's your player of the game?
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Justin just said. I think Seth Curry is really starting to find his role with the team. And, I equated him to his role to a little bit of what TJ brought to the team. Now, obviously, Seth Curry is a much better player. He can shoot and do a bunch of other things that TJ could not do. But what Seth Curry does, which the Sixers didn't have last year, is the ability to drive and keep the dribble alive. So next time you're watching Seth Curry, watch how he knifes through the heart of that defense with his dribble. So he gets the ball, guys come running towards him. He takes a quick, pump fake, puts the ball on the ground, takes a little dribble, gets in the heart of defense. And at that point, the defense in full scramble mode. Guys are running everywhere. And he makes a nice little soft pass to Danny Green or Joel or Tobias. And it's a wide open look off that. So Seth Curry's ability to not only shoot, which Justin talked about, it's a real thing, obviously, but really to create off the dribble. And he shows the numbers. So Seth Curry came into this season averaging, just give me 1 second. He came in averaging
12 points per game, around that.
Right, but he came into, as a career, averaging 1.8 assists per game. Tonight, he had 6 assists. So you see how Doc is using Seth Curry in an entirely different way that teams have used him. In the past, he was mostly a catch-and-shoot guy. You sit in the corner, you shoot. But Doc is listen, if you guys are going to run at you, take a 1-2 dribble and pass to the next guy. So pass to Tobias, Danny Green. And it's creating all sorts of offense for the Sixers. What he's doing with Seth Curry is really interesting. So, again, keep an eye out on that because I don't see that changing. You have to respect Curry in the perimeter. And the Sixers have answers to that. So it's exciting.
And something I want to touch on with that, and we touched on this a few times during the live stream, is specifically the matter of attacking closeouts.
Right.
Something that you didn't see with the Sixers and you didn't see that they were capable of doing in the past few seasons is their shooters being able to attack those hard closeouts towards them because they can hit from above a 40% rate. Having guys like Seth Curry, Shake Milton, Tyrese Maxey, guys like that who are capable of putting the ball on the floor and going towards the rim. That is what's so special about this team is it's not just the shooting 50% or higher on catch and shoot threes from Seth Curry or Shake Milton. It's the fact that they can put the ball on the floor, attack the defender that's closing them out. That's closing out on them, I should say.
And Maxey's another guy. I mean, he doesn't even have a jumper yet. Mm-hmm. And guys come running at him. And
hey,
Maxey,
you can't say that. Yesterday, he was hitting a bunch of middies. Today, he went 50% from 3-point territory, going 1 for 2. Dude, I'm telling you, his shot may not be on a lot and hasn't been yet, but that shot form looks pretty clean. And when that ball went in, it looked nice.
It looked clean, but he's got to speed that up a little bit. Like he's just got to, make it quick. A lot of times, he hesitates, and in the NBA, you guys know, like one hesitation, you're done. So, but again, Maxey, 1-2 quick dribbles, and he's at the rim, and that floater game is butter. So, two guys who are being big time shot creators for the Sixers.
Love what I saw from Tyrese Maxey tonight. Not to toot my own horn, but my player of the game during our pregame show was Tobias Harris, and that is my player of the game. 24 points, 9 boards, 6 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, team leading plus 20, 9 of 14 from the floor. You look at Tobias Harris since the season opener, 124 offensive rating, 96 defensive rating. He is 7th best in the league in defensive rating. Before this game, he was 11-20 from 3. Make that 15 of 27 from 3 since the season opener. So that is good for 55% from 3. Tobias Harris is shooting 55% from 3. He looks just more decisive. He looks more confident. He's putting up shots. You see that dunk tonight? That's going to be one of the best plays of the
Where
year.
did that come from?
I don't know.
He
embarrassed Bismack Biyombo. He took his soul, and that was one of my favorite plays by far of this game. Go ahead, Diego.
Remember that game last year against Miami where he tried to dunk on Bam at the end of the game, and it didn't go well, and Bam just kind of stuffed him, and it went the other way, and Miami scored and won the game, whatever.
I will say, though, Bam is a different kind of shot blocker in comparison to Bismack Biyombo. They are similar in size, but I don't think you can even come close to comparing the two on athleticism.
But yeah, talk about that block by Tobias Harris, I think in the fourth quarter that led to a sequence and a bucket on the other end, defensive player of the year. Jack, my question is to you, could Tobias Harris, if he continues this level of play, is he an all-star this year?
People are not going to hear this. I thought Tobias was a borderline all-star last year before the all-star break. I thought he was playing at a very high level. And folks have the bubble Tobias version in their heads, which I understand. He was absolutely terrible in the playoffs. There's no question about it. But if you think about what he brings to the team, so his ability to, hit off the catch, take off power forwards off the drive, play off the pick and roll, hit that mid-range jumper, play good off-ball defense. Those are things that this team needs to complement around Embiid and Simmons. Again, we're not going to talk about the money. Is that worth the money? It's a whole different conversation. But the player and what he's bringing to the team has been absolutely fundamental for what the Sixers want to get done offensively this year. And to answer your question, is he a all-star? Listen, I have a lot of opinions about guys like Jason Tatum and, those like a lower-end all-star guys. I think Tobias is absolutely at that level. I think he brings a lot of the same things that Tatum brings to the table. He just doesn't have the ball in his hands as much. But again, I think he's in that conversation of a guy who can perhaps sneak in as a lower-tier all-star.
I wouldn't completely say either that Tobias has that Tatum in him. I think Tatum is a completely different kind of shot creator, especially from the perimeter that Tobias is. But I am definitely super impressed with how he has been playing. And I think if he keeps this up, I think more than I have no doubt in my mind that he would be an all-star on this team. If he keeps this up, especially because Ben's point totals and obviously all-star games have a lot to do with point totals, even though Ben has such an impact on how this team plays. It wouldn't surprise me if he were to end up making it with Joel Embiid.
So a lot of positives tonight. When Seth Curry, Danny Green, and Tobias Harris combined for 10 of 19 from three-point range, the Sixers are going to win a lot of basketball games this year. There's a lot to like what you're seeing from a defensive standpoint. They're building an identity. They're building it the right way around Ben and Joel. How many looks did we see Joel get right underneath the basket, 3 to 5 feet away? There's a lot of positives. And let's get into our grades for tonight. Tiago, how would you grade the Sixers' performance tonight?
I thought overall it was a solid B. I think that, we talked about all the positives here. There's abundance of positives to talk about. One thing that, again, it kind of, rear its ugly head tonight was the turnovers. And, Charlotte feeds off that type of stuff. And the Sixers in the second half primarily were poor in that department. And the second thing to think about is, when the Sixers went to that small lineup, went to that Dwight lineup. So you're talking about Dwight, you're talking about Maxey, Shake, Charlotte countered with a small lineup, so they went with a very small group, and the Sixers had a very tough time defending that lineup because you had Howard out of the paint, and have guys kind of driving right through the heart of the defense and finishing at the rim, and that's something to keep an eye on moving forward because teams like Brooklyn, Boston, Milwaukee can really hurt you by going small. So, that's something that really stood out tonight when the Sixers went to that backup group. Charlotte really got to a lot of what they wanted to get done offensively, and it helped them to really, kind of hurt the Sixers on the defensive end.
Well said. What about you, Justin? How would you grade this Sixers performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of around the same as Tiago. I'm going to go with like a B plus B range, just because of the turnovers and also just turnovers, which equated to sloppy offensive play.
Yeah.
At times they looked unstoppable on offense, but there was also times where they looked like they were going to lose. And even though they were up by like 20, they still looked like they were. I'm like, oh God, this looks like it's falling apart. But that's just the Sixers fan in me saying, holy shit, they can't hold a lead. Obviously, they won and they won with flying colors, but I think the turnovers are going to really affect them if they can't button those issues up. Now, I do think they are going to button those up. I think a lot of the turnovers were, once again, like I was saying earlier, on not really understanding what another guy was going to be doing or not understanding where they were exactly going to be. That's what you saw even on Joel's turnover when he was trying to pass it to Tobias in the paint. He thought Tobias was going to go up for a lob, it looked like, and Tobias was just standing under the rim. And stuff like Ben Simmons trying to toss the ball to Tobias when he's running in, slashing in, and Tobias just bobbling it real quick, not really expecting the ball. Stuff like that is bound to happen. I just think once that decreases a little bit, this team is going to be borderline unstoppable by a lot of teams in the league. And I'm really excited to see when that comes. I'm excited to see this team's chemistry grow as the season goes on, and I think it's gonna be really good, and it's gonna be fun to watch.
I'll go B plus A minus range. I mean, you're talking about a team that looks terrific. Tiago, I can't wait to see your stat lines because it seems like when Ben and Joel are on the court, they look like everything is clicking. It looks the Hornets stopped scoring, and everything just was suffocating on defensively. And you look at the spacing between Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and Seth Curry. So I'm really high on this team. I'm really high right now. Like I said, you're talking about 22 turnovers on the Sixers, 37% from Charlotte. This is a different team, guys. This is a different team than we've seen, a different Sixers team that we've seen in the past 3 years. I don't know what it is. I guess it's coaching. This is a team that's prepared. Even though they had 22 turnovers, for the most part, the Sixers were in cruise control.
I want to say, too, those turnovers, the fact that we won this game and our starting lineup had 17 of those turnovers is kind of remarkable. Like, it's not like the bench came in and just put up a stinker and turned the ball over. The starters were the ones turning the ball over, too.
Yeah.
And guys, I mean, Charlotte is not a bad team. I mean,
I was really impressed.
You saw what they did to Dallas early in the week. I mean, they destroyed Dallas. Look at Doncic and everything. I mean, they're not a bad team. They have a lot of shooters. I mean, you saw Terry Rozier go off tonight.
35 points from Terry Rozier, and he was 7 for 11 from three-point territory.
Wow. Right. I mean, you watch Charlotte. I mean, that is a low-end playoff team. I mean, from everything I've seen so far this year, that team is going to be competing for an 8-7 seed. And, the Sixers gave it to them early. I mean, it was never, less than double figures throughout most of the game. They hit them early with about 35 points in the first quarter, something like that. And that shows the mentality of where the Sixers are at. I mean, they're not messing around. It's not like last year when you're going to have bad teams hanging around. You come in the Wells Fargo Center, you get punched in the face. Simple as that. And you saw that again tonight.
I think this is an interesting comment. The Hornets scored 12 points since the 8-minute 52 mark in the fourth quarter, which was when Embiid and Ben came in not long after that. Wow. That is really impressive. And I mean, it just shows how much that defense really steps up when guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid get on the floor. And you could tell Ben on the floor is ridiculous. Like,
at the end of the day, it's about building around Ben and Joel. It's about building around Ben and Joel and getting them ready for the playoffs and the pick and roll and having a second unit and floor spacing around them to give them space to do what they do. and we're seeing it. I'm seeing it. It's just really, really fun.
It only took 4 years, right?
Exactly.
It only took 4 years to be like, we should put shooters around Ben and
Dude,
Joel.
and that's what we kept saying. I'm like, look what it actually looks like when you have guys that are capable shooters outside of these guys. It's insane. It's almost like this. It's almost like people like us have been saying that for the past 3-4 years.
Doug, run the ball, Doug. All right, let's finish with plugs. You're up, Tiago.
Yeah, so I wrote a piece on Tobias, how he's processing the game much faster, and you saw again today what that looked like. Tobias is having a phenomenal season. Everything looks faster. So if you understand how that looks on the court, make sure to check that out on the Painted Lines. That's coming out either today or tomorrow. So look out for that.
Awesome.
And if you don't know, the Painted Lines is a website. So that's what he's talking about. So go on to paintedlines.com.
We also have a website.
Yes, thepaintedlines.com, and go check out his article. He writes great stuff, great analysis.
And one of the best Sixers follows ever on Twitter. Go follow Tiago if you aren't already. If you're not, you're doing it wrong.
Thanks, guys.
All right, you're up, Justin.
So go follow me on Twitter. My @ is @J_Persichetti. So go follow me on there if you'd like. I post a lot of Sixers content, but also other things going on around the NBA, NFL, MLB, and so on. Also, go follow the Painted Lines on Twitter. I also help run that account a lot, so please go follow us on there. We give you all the latest updates going on around the league, plus specifically Sixers content. We have great guys, insiders for us, and we also have great beat reporters in Austin Krell and Jason Blevins. Also, subscribe to this channel, guys. We just hit 3K tonight. We just hit 3K tonight.
You
Please
guys are unbelievable.
subscribe to the YouTube channel. We would truly appreciate it. Like the video. We're going to be back here for another post game and another Sixers watch party. So please keep coming, and we'll keep coming.
Oh, man, thank you. Well said, Justin. You pretty much stole everything I said. I put up some highlight reels from December. So Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Dwight Howard, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry. It's all there. See all the best plays from those guys, as well as the team in December. Those are all up at the Painted Lines YouTube channel. And go check out my man Brock. Brock puts out film breakdowns. He puts out film breakdowns that I promise you, if you're watching this, you won't find that anywhere else. They are film breakdowns on every game. I'm sure he's going to be working on one. I don't want to speak for him.
And they are fun. They got the
good.
music in the background. You got Brock doing his thing. It's fun.
Listen, if you want stats, if you want fun, if you want quality content from the NBA, you want to go watch those videos. Yeah. They're amazing.
Yeah, they're so good. And follow my man Brock on Twitter at Landis Brock. So that pretty much wraps it up. The first place Philadelphia 76ers moved to 4-1. We'll be back again.
5-1.
5-1, my bad.
5-1, man. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Don't slight him.
Give me a break.
And this week's going to be fun. We got Brooklyn on Thursday. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be
a lot of fun.
We're going to have a lot of fun with that. We're definitely going to be live streaming that one. All right, so thank you, everybody here, for commenting, watching. Please be sure to like. Please be sure to subscribe. Follow my man Justin on Twitter at J_Persichetti. And then my man Tiago at T Scabia. For Justin, for Tiago, for myself, thanks for watching.